No script in sight, on the reel with Mac, it's movie night. Mac movie reviews hot off the press, from the cult classic gems to the Hollywood stress. Popcorn's ready, grab your best seat. Mac's the one-stop shop where the cinema meets. Heroes, villains, plot twists untold, rom-coms, dramas, adventures bold. A critic with heart and a little flair, Mac breaks it down like you're already there. Mac movie reviews hot off the press, from the cult classic gems to the Hollywood stress. Popcorn's ready, grab your best seat. Mac's the one-stop shop where the cinema meets. Thumbs up, down, or somewhere between. Mac's the eye through the movie screen. Know what to stream or skip today. Mac's got the insight to light the way. Mac movie reviews hot off the press, from the cult classic gems to the Hollywood stress. Popcorn's ready, grab your best seat. Mac's the one-stop shop where the cinema meets. Mac movie reviews, it's your Showtime crew. For the laughs and the feels will guide you through. Grab your popcorn, let's review what's on cue. Mac movie reviews, bringing it straight to you.
Hey, folks, welcome back to another Friday live stream. We are live and we are excited to go. Welcome to everyone. We are live right now on YouTube, Instagram, and Kick. We doing big things up in here, and it's going to be a fun night. We already got people in the chat. Hello, Diva Queen of Drag. I see you are new to this channel. Welcome to the show. We got a special show for you tonight. So this is going to be a repeat of our 2019 live stream. And if you missed that, or even 2008, if you missed that one, we're going to go through each the year 2016, which is turning out to be one of the more unique years for film, kind of a big turning point where we are now for films. And we're going to be talking about each month from January to December and just talk about films that have came out and just kind of going over a lot of that, just as that. But my co-host Rod will be here in a second, but we are joined here by a newcomer. I know him from fantasy football, and he may have heard my voice yesterday because Jerry Jones pulled off one of the worst trades I've ever seen. So all you Cowboys fans watching out there, how about them Cowboys? But we are joined here by Tyler B, a.k.a. Tyler Beckett. Tyler, what's going on as we got Harambe in the background?
Yeah, that's wild. But that's a wild choice, to be honest with you. But hey, production value is awesome. I can't believe that you got a bum like me on the show, but I appreciate it. And I'm excited to be here. And dude, that was a terrible trade. I live in Dallas, and no Luca, no Micah. Where are the stars? But hey, we're about to. I'm excited to talk about some other stars today, so that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, Tyler. And since you're new here, we'll put you on the spotlight a little bit. Tell the good folks, what do you do?
On my Instagram, I used to do movie reviews. From time to time, I still comment on movies and the different things that are happening in the industry, and vice versa. On my Instagram being at TheBeckettOutlook, BECKETT. I otherwise do a bunch of different things, freelance lighting designer, vice versa, and the kind of guy that it does, basically short films and that sort of thing on my own time, because I do love movies. I want to be a part of movies. I take this thing seriously, and it's been a passion of mine my entire life.
Nice, nice. You got any films that you're excited for the rest of the year?
Yeah, if they stop getting delayed, I would probably have a few. But no, I mean, this weekend is pretty fun. With Darren Aronofsky's new film, excited for that one. When available, and I'm excited for Edgar Wright's version of The Running Man. That looks like fun.
Yes.
Um, and then I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see another chapter of Blue People in Avatar 3. Um, but other than that, to be honest with you, I feel like all the big ones have kind of passed, and it's just kind of, I'm having a hard time remembering what's all this year. It's kind of a interesting latter half of the year. I don't know about you.
No, I agree. I feel like a lot of the big ones, kind of like Superman's, the Jurassic Worlds, and the Fantastic Fours already came out. And before the stream, I just saw that Mortal Kombat 2 got delayed till May of next year, which is
Right.
like great. I was actually looking forward to that sequel, but maybe I'll see some Blue People as well. And I'm actually excited to see The Long Walk, the new Stephen King movie.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that one. But it was interesting. Well, I'm excited to watch that movie, especially after the comments that Mark Hamill's had about his dad, who was a military man, and how he tried to bring a little bit of that into his role. So yeah, that one looks like a sleeper for the year. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out. But we are also joined here by the regular live stream bro. He's the live stream bro. We're the live stream bros. That's our new name, trademark pending. But it is fellow Miami Dolphin fan who isn't a Dallas Cowboys fan, Ron, aka the Cinema Gallery. Welcome to the show, Ron.
How about them Cowboys, gentlemen? Can we just give a quick shout out to our buddy Zach? I know he's not watching.
Anyone check on him?
Oh, he's fine. He's doing great.
Is that because he stopped crying into his pillow? He was between breaks. You had to hydrate before he could continue.
Listen, he told me something very controversial. I don't know if I should share it here with y'all, but I'm going to anyway. That he thinks Micah Parsons is a bit overrated.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
I like how he says it after he's traded.
Well, we love Zach. We love Zach anyway. But how are y'all doing? Good to see y'all.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Yeah.
We're talking about just some films we're excited for the rest of the year. You heard that Mortal Kombat 2 got delayed till May, so that's awesome. I did want to mention something with The Long Walk I saw. I don't know if y'all saw this, but did you see that Lionsgate apparently is going to have screenings where they have the treadmill? You walk 3 miles per hour. If you stop, you get kicked out.
If I get a workout and I get to watch a movie, yeah, go ahead.
I do it.
No, that sounds like a Squid Game situation. What if I stop?
I gotta pee.
I don't know about that.
Listen, actually, that's clever marketing, though. That's really clever marketing.
I actually read the book. I finished the book recently, and that's actually a really good book. That's actually like creeping into like my top 5 Stephen King novels, even though it's not under his name, but his pseudonym.
Well, the first reactions have been nothing but positive, so I'm looking forward to it. I haven't got my tickets yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
The concept just sounds awesome, and like considering they're walking from Maine all the way to Florida, pretty much.
Is that where they're walking? Jesus Christ!
It's the highway from Maine to Florida, pretty much.
Always Maine. Always Maine. It's always that thing, like, why is there a lot of crazy stuff that happens in Maine? I don't know. Maybe because in real life nothing happens in Maine.
No,
Pretty much, yeah. About right, Tyler.
Dang,
but
that's
y'all,
crazy.
Rod, you know the rules. I already broke it down to Tyler. We're going to be talking about 2016. 2016. I'm going to start off with this. So this was the year before I started doing my film reviews because I started in 2017. But there was a lot of movies that came out this year that really had me starting to talk about more films. And I say we always said when we did our two streams, I said 2008 was influential when it comes to the blockbuster because a lot of those films would go on to define pretty much a generation. And 2019 has kind of gone down as like a unanimous, like one of the best film years of all time.
Mm.
I look at 2016 as the year of the reboots, failures, reimaginings, video game movies, and sleeper hits that establishes some directors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I thought, because we all are comic book fans here. I think it was overall a underwhelming year for comic book movies in 2016. Aside from one, but I think for the genre as a whole, it wasn't great, and it gave me one of my favorite Star Wars movies of all time, possibly my favorite. So,
Now here's a man that knows ball.
Gotcha,
okay, brother. Let's get started. I will bring up the list here, but we always start off with the top 10 highest grossing films of the year. So I'm going to bring up my my handy dandy Wikipedia. And if you are watching, you feel free to follow along. So for the top 10 highest grossing films of 2016, at number 10, we have Sing with 270.3 million. Suicide Squad, number 9, with 325.1 million. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice with $330.3 million. Zootopia at number 7 with $341.2 million. Deadpool at number 6 with $363 million. The Jungle Book, number 5 with $364 million. Forrest: Secret Life of Pets, which is $368.3 million. Captain America: Civil War with $408 million. Finding Dory, number 2 of $486.2 million, and number 1 being Rogue One, a Star Wars movie or a Star Wars story, $532.1 million. Now,
I forgot you looking at domestic. I was looking worldwide.
Oh, worldwide. Oh, yeah, I just worldwide. It probably has to be like Deadpool, right?
So I'm looking right now, so I can just tell people, Matt, if you want me to.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I'll go from the bottom to the top. So number 10 was Suicide Squad with $746 million. Good Lord.
I don't believe that.
Number 9 was Deadpool with 782.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, Fantastic Beasts: Where to Find Them with 814. Okay. Number 7, BVS: Dawn of Justice, 873. Number 6, Secret Life of Pets, 875. Number 5, Jungle Book with 966. And then Disney dominates the top 4 with $4 billion hits in 2016. Number 4 is Zootopia with $1.023 billion. Number 3, Finding Dory with $1.028 billion. Number 2, Rogue One with $1.056 billion. And the reigning 2016 champ Mac, Captain America: Civil War, at number 1, $1.153 billion.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, Mac.
I'm not surprised. This was definitely the year Disney said, this is a banner year from Disney, and I'm pretty sure they wish they can go back to this year.
But they wish they could go back to 2019. 2019, man, 2019, Disney, it was all Disney, basically. Yeah. The Spider-Man film. I think 2019, we talked about it. It was like, what, 5, 6, 7?
About that, yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the $1 billion films. I mean, Captain Marvel, Endgame, Toy Story 4 hit $1 billion that year. So
yeah,
Spider-Man 2.
Sony.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's Sony.
Well, let's start off with January 2016. So we always say January is. There's a term I like to say. Fuck you, it's January. That means it's all the movies where studios. It can either be a sleeper hit or we don't trust this anywhere else. We're gonna dump it in the ground. No one has any money because of the holidays, so we get a lot of movies that are a lot of misses. Although in the recent years we've gotten more hits, like Megan came out in January and was another one.
But look, Bad Boys for Life 2020, that was a good one.
That's true.
Yeah.
But let's start
Not a
with
lot.
yeah. Let's start with the one I actually have I was actually fond of. It's The Forest, directed by Jason Statham.
Natalie Dormer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one yet.
Me neither.
It's unique. It's about this girl played by Natalie Dormer. She goes to Japan because her sister is going to. She's trying to find her sister in the infamous suicide forest in Japan.
Oh yes, I know which movie you're talking about.
Yeah, it's very supernatural. Like it had a lot of good ideas, but it wasn't good in execution.
Okay.
Right.
Like it is, its stylely looks good. I'll say that. But you know, it was forgettable. That's kind of yeah. And then we move on into the next week, which is January 15th. Unless y'all want to talk about either Anastasia or actually Anastasia or Lamb.
Nope.
All right, so going on to the first kind of well-known release. It's a sequel to a movie that was pretty funny. I was actually rewatching the first one with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. Right on too.
Oh.
So I'll say this real quick. So it seems like Tyler's in disgust. And I'm right there with him. That first ride along, I actually had fun with. I thought Ice Cube and Kevin Hart had good chemistry. And this was kind of in that era when Kevin Hart was in every single goddamn comedy ever, especially black comedies, Mac. So I mean, think this name any black comedy, and he's in it. Everything funny about that first one is non-existent in the second one. It's not funny. I don't even remember the story. Tyler, I don't even think I remember the villain, what the plot. I mean, and Tim's story. Can we talk about Tim's story for a second, gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
How does this man keep getting work?
He's a yes guy. He did 2 Fantastic Four movies. He's done Barbershop. He's done Right On. He's done it all. He did didn't he do the Tom and Jerry movie?
Yep.
I forgot that was a movie.
Yep.
I watched that.
Oh no.
When what is it called?
The best thing he's ever done was that movie that came out 3 years ago, Tyler. It's called The Blackening.
Yes,
that was actually really funny.
Oh yeah,
that was funny, and I don't think it was because of him. I think it was because of the cast. But
yeah,
that
movie was funny.
I'll be honest, with the first movie Right Along, I don't remember it at all. Like I know it was Ice Cube. I know it was Kevin Hart. I know Kevin Hart is the brother-in-law in a relationship or whatever, but I honestly don't remember what happens in that movie. It was kind of like, I mean, if I were to pick between that and Central Intelligence, another like movie I think of with Kevin Hart that was around the same time, I picked neither.
Yep.
I picked neither, but at the same time, I remember more of what that movie was. But this one, it was just right over the head.
Well,
go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
The thing with it too is like at least the first one was funny because a lot of the trailers kind of give away the funny jokes, like the scene where he blew back with the shotgun. He's like, "My stomach and my ass!" Like you kind of got those jokes. When I saw the trailer for this one, I was just like, "There's nothing really drawing me towards this." It's just like, "Hey, the first one it made some money, and you know this is Kevin Hart really was at his peak right now. Like this is when he was like at his height, and they're like, we can probably sell this, but." You know, I think the last one released in like February 2014. And when it comes out in January, that just shows that the studio had really no faith in this being good. Like, I think their best thing was to just get that money back from the box office. And I think they realized this was kind of a dip in quality in the first one.
To me, it's very much like the meme from SpongeBob, where he's like, "You want to see me do it again?" Like it's one of those movies. I'm sure there's like a handful more from this year and every year where they do the same thing, where they had something that worked or had something fun or somebody who's growing in notoriety. Like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was like, this was like the beginning of his ascension as a celebrity beyond just a top comedy comedian. Because wasn't it Jumanji the following year?
Yep.
2017. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So like after that, we see movies from Netflix that we didn't even ask from him. But
Well, Netflix, I can't put that on Kevin Hart because Netflix will just, they put out
yep,
crap all the time. So,
yes they do.
So
They do.
I was wrong. The first one came out in January of 2014.
I thought they both came out in January. Yeah.
Honestly, the first one did worse with the critic score because it got an 18%.
And he went to go watch it. I guess.
Hey, Rod, it's just you, me, and Harambe.
I pressed the back button by accident. Technical difficulties. So the first movie's budget was 25 million. It made 154.5 million, and then the second film budget was 40 million, and it made 124.6 million. And I think Jamie Goffney said it best: the biggest red flag for comedy movies is the trailers full of the funniest jokes, and I think
yes,
it's true
1000%.
In this one, the only joke I remember is when he pretended to be like the consul. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to smack my servants," and that was the only thing I really remember for this movie. Like, I know Olivia Munn's in this, and this is a interesting year for her because she was in a superhero movie that we'll get to.
Oh God, yeah.
But if we don't got anything else to say about Ride Along, we can move into something that was actually surprisingly good, and it's a Michael Bay movie that's not a comedy, and that's 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
One of his best movies.
I agree.
Oh, 13 Soldiers? Oh, yeah. Love that movie, man.
I was shocked that I liked this movie. I was like, oh, it's Michael. I thought it was going to be like Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like Black Hawk Down?
Oh, wait, hold up. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Has he done a war movie before?
He did Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
I didn't like Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, he did a bunch of war movies. He did Pearl Harbor. He did Transformers. He did Transformers 2, Transformers 3, 4, 5. I mean, anyway, sorry. But no, I think like since then that was just like after he's like really developed his style. I think this was his first real modern war movie, which I like. I think it incorporates the best of what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, John, like we're talking about actors who really like became something afterwards to the wider public. John Krasinski, right here, Beyond the Office. I think like this is like the beginning from this, like right before A Quiet Place, where we started to see Krasinski in more movies.
Yeah.
It also has a good cast. Some people, if you rattle them off, you may not know them, but if you see them, you may be like, "Oh, I think I've seen them in a movie before." But nah, it's a good one. The action is incredible.
It's intense.
It's visceral. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this because this was actually, Tyler, my sophomore year, my winter semester of my sophomore year of college. Girl I was dating at the time, we went to go see this, and I gotta tell you, man, I was nervous because it's Michael Bay, and you never know what Michael Bay you're gonna get when you go into a movie. But we both walked out just really enjoying ourselves. But the thing I remember the most from this movie is someone, as soon as the movie was over, just yelled as the lights are coming on, "Thank you, Hillary Clinton." I was like, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ!"
Good Lord.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't want to get political, but that was, I mean, like the entire. I mean, now, listen, I went to college in Florida, so that was a big pop for the audience down there. But as a movie, I was nervous at first because this movie took forever to get going. I mean, it took about a good, I don't know, Tyler Mack, like 45, 50 minutes before it really, really gets going and the invasion starts. But once it starts, it does not let up. And you get to see the best of Michael Bay. You see more good Michael Bay here than bad Michael Bay. So, like, this is the Michael Bay I hope we get more of in the future. Oh, wait, Tyler, I forgot. He's doing Transformers again. God damn.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get the 13 hours, the Secret Soldiers of Cybertron.
Secret Soldiers of Cybertron. Hey, that's a G.I. Joe merger.
Oh yeah, we
That's
are getting that crossover, so it could be.
Yeah. You know what? Like,
That's not happening. Y'all still think that's happening? That ain't happening.
It's happening.
Look,
It's not happening.
Look, to be honest, aren't all, like, if you kind of think about it, like, after the first one, aren't all the Transformer movies that he does are basically kind of like a G.I. Joe type of thing?
Yes, because it focuses more on the soldiers than the Transformers. So yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the American military complex.
Yeah, Josh Duhamel is the lead G.I. Joe guy. That's who he is.
He's Duke.
I mean, he's basically like the
He's Duke.
second most important
He
character
basically
in
is
that first
Duke.
movie.
He's more. Yep, Jamie agrees too. He's more Duke than Channing Tatum was Duke.
I would agree with that.
Yep.
I agree with that.
But yeah, 13 hours probably Michael Bay's best movie.
I can't say it's his best, but I will say it's one of his best. It's not my favorite, but
his most complete movie.
His most surprising movie.
Yes, that's it.
Surprising, I'll go with that. Surprising for sure.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to something less serious. How about Norm of the North?
So Tyler, I have to warn you, Mac's going to bring up movies that you just roll your eyes. Why are we talking about this? So that's going to happen a lot.
Have to. It's important. This is Rob Schneider's finest role.
I have to look this one up.
It's the one where he's the voice of Norm. He's a polar bear. He has to save the Arctic.
Oh, that movie?
What the
heck?
Welcome to Mac's live streams.
I see this poster. I see this poster.
So
he's wearing tourist glasses.
Yep.
Shaped like the crown of Statue of Liberty. What the heck?
Oh,
see, no. Jamie knows what's up. Jamie knows what's up. Oh no. See, Jamie's probably like, why the hell are we talking about this?
It has it has Rob Schneider, Heather Grant, John, Gabriel Iglesias, and fucking Bill Nighy.
Not Bill Nighy. Not my boy.
Hey,
and there's 3 direct sequels to this movie too.
Oh wait, sorry, it's a masterpiece. It's got Gabriel Iglesias.
The fever dream of a movie. Yeah, North of the North is like, it's so like, it's one of those like animated. Like, remember that movie Rock Dog? It came out a year later in the same month.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
That's like one of those movies. It's like, oh, this movie came out and it's fun, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't remember this, and then you see like it has 5 more sequels.
It's like, it should have got more sequels, Mac.
What?
It came out a long time ago, and the animation is so dated now. Hoodwink.
It got a sequel.
Yeah, and it wasn't great.
You know what's funny with Hoodwink? My favorite part, that's a meme on TikTok, is like, you already said that. Did I? No. It's like, what kind of candles is that? Dinamite, must be Italian. Put out the candle.
That movie has no business being as funny as it is.
No business, Tyler. No,
it's so freaking hilarious.
When the woodman comes crashing in, he came crashing in, screaming, like a maniac.
Yeah, I like when he's like naming off his guys, and he gets it. He's like, Keith, sorry, can you please change your name? It's like, I can't take you seriously by calling you Keith. How about something like Boris? All right, and the dude's like mad. He's like, oh, watch out for Keith.
That movie, and then the second one, we don't talk about it.
Yeah,
it's weird because I feel like Hoodwink was another version of Shrek because it was a meta joke on like the fairy tales and stuff like that.
It was, but no one saw it. So
man, it's actually a really fucking funny movie.
It is. It's a good movie. It's just if you can get past the dated animation.
Oh god,
yeah, it's a great movie.
It made me into the man I am today.
And then moving on from North North, we got another comedy movie that failed. It's with Zac Efron and Robert De Niro, Dirty Grandpa.
I remember this.
Oh.
This was another date night movie for myself, Mac. And let me tell you, this movie sucks, but we have a great time. I had a blast watching Dirty Grandpa.
I've never seen it.
It's not a good movie. It's not. No, it's not. But I had a ton of fun. And I think the best part is when Robert De Niro they go to this black club
Oh
They
no!
let Robert De Niro say the N word, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Wait, what? Really? I've never seen that clip. What the fuck?
It's not the
They didn't even make RDJ do that in Tropic Thunder.
okay, no,
That's
but it wasn't the
wild.
hard ER
That's
though. It
wild.
was
It
just
was
the
the cuss.
yeah.
It's like, okay.
Oh.
I don't think it
All
was
right.
the hard ER. I gotta
I
go
don't
back
know.
now.
You gotta go in sober.
You know what's a better version of this movie? I feel like it. What was that one that came out last year, 2 years ago, about my father? The one the
Are
comedian.
you talking about the John Knoxville movie, Bad Grandpa?
No, not that one. About
That
the De Niro playing like a father figure, like grandfather, like, and it was about my father. He was like his son was marrying into like a family, and his dad was like a. They have the joke where it's like they're burying the peacock. He's like, "Help me bury the body." He's like, "Well, it's not like you've done this before." It came out like 2 years ago.
Oh, so this was a recent movie.
Yeah,
2 years ago?
yeah.
Tyler, you know what he's talking about?
Nope, but I'm trying to look it up.
Yeah, I had too. It's 2 years ago.
About my father. That's what it's called.
Oh, with okay. I never saw that either.
It's actually sneakingly good. Like it's just weird. De Niro's done like a few of these movies where he's supposed to be like the older guy, he has like a younger co-star. Like the only one that was pretty good was what the internship, or was that the one with Anne
The
Hathaway?
Intern with Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
I love that movie. That is
That's
probably
That's a good one.
That's the
I
only one that's
love.
worked with that concept.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because first of all, it's actually written well.
That's true.
Second of all,
it's
it's
wholesome.
just it's a really heartwarming movie. And him and Anne Hathaway, that movie's not talked about enough. Like I legitimately, that's one of my all-time favorites. Like I could turn that movie on anytime and just enjoy. It's great. That movie's wonderful.
Yeah, it's currently on Prime. Used to be on Netflix. But, yeah.
Yeah. And also, Tyler, you have seen it. Good. Yeah. See, Tyler,
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, it's a good movie. I remember watching it in theaters. It's one of those ones. This is still January, right? We're still talking about January.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it really fit into where not much is coming out, and you just kind of like sometimes in like August or around this time where you just happen to find something that you had fun watching that you didn't want to bore your brains out after you watch a movie. No, 100%. Yeah, I mean it's been a minute since I've seen it, to be honest, but I mean it's a good, wholesome, heartwarming movie. Probably one of the classiest performances that you see out of Robert De Niro in his later career. Currently,
You didn't
that's
like
that. No, I mean anything that's not associated with Martin Scorsese. You know, like any of his other projects where he's just trying to get some cash. Which do your hustle.
That's what I'm saying. Actors got to eat too. So you know,
That's fine. It's fine.
Benihana ain't gonna pay for itself.
Benihana. Yeah, what the
But-
hell is Robert De Niro doing at Benihana?
Let's talk about a failed YA movie, and that's The Fifth Wave. Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
Non-bore. Next.
Now, what's funny
Yep.
is that I feel
agree.
like 2016 was kind of the year the YA novels started to die out. Like we were just coming off of like, what was it? We were coming off of the Hunger Games, and then we were still, but the Fantastic Beasts came out, but that's not a book, is it?
Yeah, that I think so. Right?
Or is that? It's not like a young adult novel.
No. But like, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what
book.
killed that franchise. I'll tell you what killed the whole YA thing.
Divergent.
Yep, that Divergent franchise killed YA.
Wait, isn't there a Divergent film this year?
No, so what happened with Divergent? The first Divergent happened, then the sequel, Insurgent, I want to say, happened, and then is it Allegiant? But they were supposed to be split up into two parts.
Oh, that's right.
Part one did so bad. They didn't even do part two. They were going to make it a TV series. That TV series never happened.
But Fifth Wave was so boring. I was like, damn, I'm like, Chloe Grace Moretz, fire your damn agent. You're a hit girl. What is happening? And like, did you do Neighbors 2 yet at this time?
That was 2017, right?
I think so. She was good in that. I liked her in that one.
No, maybe it was 2016.
Oh,
Neighbors 2.
By the
Let
way,
me look at the.
speaking of Allegiant, that was this year, 2016.
yeah, I knew it. Yes, yes, but yeah, the Fifth Wave sucks. What about The Boy?
Never got around to watching that one. And I like Lauren Cohen because she's of Walking Dead fame, but I never got around to watch that.
Me neither.
I just thought it was It's funny though because they released a sequel like 4 years later. It's called Bram's The Boy. Where it's like, y'all remember The Boy, right? No, okay. I think when this movie first came out, everyone thought, oh, it's connected to Conjuring, and it's like, no, it's not. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that movie. Yeah, I finally, I got there. Took me a minute, but I got there. I had to take an Uber, but I got there.
But let's move on to a movie that actually did well in January, and that's Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah, if you don't mind me taking the lead on this, like I love the first one. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite of 2008, because it's just a unique, well-aged, beautiful animated film, and it has a lot of great action. The second one has an incredible story with the main character and an incredible villain. This one, it was surprising as far as like I liked it more than I thought I would because the trailer made me not want to see it. Because it was just marketed like any other animated family movie, and I was not interested in that. And stuff with all the pandas and everything is cute, but it's kind of it really panders. No pun intended. It really panders like what uh they were doing in the first two movies, and I feel like the fourth one was doing that, and the series with Jack Black continued to do that. Rather than doing something cool and artistic and fun with it, and while yeah, the the one redeeming factor is some of the scenes with incredible, beautiful animation and a really great final fight in the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
Between him and Kai, like that was really cool. Um, but yeah, it was it's a decent, good movie, but it definitely was starting to be a peg off of a series that could have been like over years, like it could have been like a great trilogy, like Toy Story,
Mm-hmm.
if they did the third one really well, or even like How to Train Your Dragon. It could have been that, but I feel like it was just a little too off. But it was still decent.
Yeah, I'll go quick on this one because I'm not the biggest fan. This is the weakest of the four now for
Yeah,
myself. I do think, I mean, animation wise, Tyler, it's still beautiful to look at, right? It's still beautiful. There's some good moments with the dads. I just think, and this is just for me, I part two for me is my favorite of the franchise. Like I really love what they do with Poe and Tigers, and they kind of do away with that in the third one, which really upset me. I thought the action was great. I thought it was a little bit darker. This one kind of takes a more lighthearted approach,
Mm-hmm.
and that really bummed me out. I wasn't looking for this movie to like dark, but like that second one really delved deep into like Poe's backstory and stuff like that, and there were some really interesting things, things they explored there. And this third one
yeah,
just took
yeah.
kind of took everything I loved about the second one. They kind of just did away with it in the third one for me. But I mean, it's still decent. But I will agree with Tyler in the sense that had this third one been great, this could have been on the level of like a How to Train Your Dragon or a Toy Story, or even could surpass Shrek as like a great franchise. It didn't get
Yeah.
there, and it's hard to say because those first two Shrek films, I think we can all agree, are pretty much perfect.
Yes.
But I that third one, I think they slipped that. Now, the fourth one, I did have fun with though. I did. I thought it was a big improvement for myself over part three, but if we're talking about part three here, it was disappointing for sure. Not a terrible movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just disappointing.
I still love the second one. I think that's like if it ended there, I wouldn't have been mad because if those first two movies, like the second one is legitimately like one of my out of the 2010s, one of my favorite animated movies of all time. Because it was very serious with subject matter, but then you explore more of the backstory of Poe, and you have the ending where they're like, "Oh, they're alive. Pandas are alive." So it's like, okay, good setup for this. But I think with the third one, with hindsight, if it ended here, I wouldn't have been mad. Like, granted, I still think it would have been like, "Oh, that was kind of weaker than the second one," but it's still like a good ending to the story. But I didn't really like four a lot. Like, I thought four was fine. I think it is the weakest a little bit for me. It didn't do anything for me. I like three because it just kind of felt like a good arc in that first two movies, building up to him becoming, really who he was supposed to be for the Dragon Warrior. And I think like the second one, the first, I always look at it as a 3-movie arc because the first one he learns that I can be special. Second one is inner peace, and then the third one is more about family and who you care for, like who's your real family and everything like that. So it's like kind of like
what it could have been. What it could have been is I kind of think of like because it's about it delves into the spirit realm, it delves into spiritualism and stuff like that, and like find your inner, like understanding your identity and everything. I feel like they could have delved into spiritualism in that way, in that realm of what it is and kung fu and martial arts and everything and the Eastern ideas. They could have done it and made it work because Avatar: The Last Airbender made it work. And if they had done it in the right way, because like I do think about that ending as well. Like I feel like they did. I feel like they did his real father, like his
Bryan Cranston's
pilot.
character.
Yeah. I feel like they did him dirty by making him a dope. I feel like they did all of them dirty by making them all dopes.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done something cool there. I mean, at the end of Kung Fu Panda 2, I remember watching it first time and it looking like he's missing an arm. So, like, something happened when he was fending off or whatever, and, like, there's still scars from what happened from Shin. But instead, it's like, oh no, we're all cool now, and, it does suck, we lost your mom. But hey, we're cool and we're together, It, that's a disappointment. And one last thing I want to say is to piggyback of what you said about it being comparable as a franchise to Shrek, is you got Puss in Boots. We could have had the Furious Five. We could have had a movie
fact that
like
DreamWorks hasn't done a Furious 5 movie is a damn shame.
Damn shame.
Yeah, we got the TV show on
Dude. Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, David Cross, Seth Rogen, and Lucy Liu. You have a star-studded cast, but hey, whatever.
But can't wait for Kung Fu Panda 5.
Yeah.
But let's move on to a Disney movie, The Finest Hours with Chris Pine and Casey Affleck.
Decent little movie here. We were actually just talking about on our podcast the other day about Craig Gillespie because he's getting ready to direct Supergirl. And this guy doesn't really miss. It's hard to find is it fair to say he's underrated as a director? Because if you look at his filmography, guys, he has done some really, really good films.
Like Friday Night's a fun movie.
I still haven't seen Friday Night, but I'm talking like $1 Million Arm, Lars and the Real Girl, great.
Yeah.
I Tonya. Who doesn't love I Tonya? Cruella.
Dude,
love that movie. Dumb Money is great. No one saw it though. Yeah.
Yeah, I Tonya and Cruella easily just shows that he's gonna take care of Supergirl. It being, a female-led movie like that has me excited enough by itself.
The problem with these movies, Mac, like movies like this that Disney does, they make no money.
No,
they make no money. Like I think I'm pretty sure this movie lost money for the studio. I don't think the budget was big, but no one goes to see these movies anymore. Like if this movie had come out in the 2020s, this would have been a Disney Plus release. Seriously.
Yeah.
Which is
These
crazy.
movies make no money.
Yeah.
This feels like one of those like 2000 movies, like Invincible Disney used to do, like the live action kind of like based on true story like that.
Hidalgo.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Another
saying?
one.
Just like that. And like you're right, these types of movies, like they're actually really well done, but they don't make money because if you're not a mouse or you're animated, people aren't really gonna go see you unless they're
Yeah.
curious.
Well, and to be fair, we're just talking about Kung Fu Panda 3. I don't know why they dropped this the same weekend as Kung Fu Panda 3. I really don't know why Disney did that.
Oh, they wanted it to die. They didn't care.
They really didn't care.
It had other competition, Rod. 50 Shades of Black.
Pass.
Oh my god.
Pass.
This was one of the movies you remembered came out this year when we were playing this. Thank God we got Naked Gun this year because spoof movies, like, we were in a rough patch, man. I'm not gonna lie. The spoof movies in 2000s were fucking horrible. The only good one we had was probably like 9 Teen Movie and Date Movie.
Superhero movie. Yep.
The super movie, yeah. But Beat the Spartans, Disaster Movie, all those vampires suck. Actually, I do like Torque. Torque was pretty funny.
Which one?
Torque.
I never saw Torque.
Torque is the Fast and Furious parody by Joseph Kahn. I think Ice Cube's in it.
Well,
Lord.
technically, this was a spoof movie. What We Do in the Shadows.
Was that this year? Was that 2016?
No.
Tony? Oh, okay.
No. Oh yeah, my bad. We're just talking about 2016. All right.
No. That's fine. Mac and I go off tangent. So, but I mean,
But yeah,
My bad.
50 Shades of Black is
not a good movie.
it's 50 Shades of, the thing that didn't work about this movie is like 50 Shades of Grey is already hilarious enough with just the dialogue. I don't think you really need to spoof this.
They didn't. But Marlon Wayne saw potential here to do he saw something. Let me not say potential. He saw something to do a spin-off or a spoof of this, and boy, was this a waste of everyone's fucking time. But they made this movie for next to nothing, Mac, and it made money. So
well, let's move on to a happier month. Let's move off with a Coen's Brothers movie as we move into February. You got excited and got so dejected already.
Hail Caesar.
I'm talking about Hail Caesar, and you want to talk about this was my first Coen Brothers movie in theaters, and I was so bored.
I mean, this is the definition of a boring movie. It is. This movie sucks.
This was your first in theaters?
Damn.
Yeah, I was only 16.
Dang. You're a child.
Yes.
Hey, mine was True Grit, Tyler. That was my first Coen Brothers movie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That was my first one too.
Yeah. Now I did see No Country for Old Men before I saw True Grit, but
yeah,
True Grit was my first theater watch of the Coen Brothers. This was the beginning of the
lol.
I guess, yeah, for the Coen Brothers. I mean, Jesus Christ, I haven't liked anything from either of the Coen Brothers after Inside Llewyn Davis. Hail Caesar, bad. Ballad of Buster Scruggs, never saw. Tragedy Macbeth, okay. Performance wise, it's great. Movie, not so much.
Right.
Drive Away Dolls was a bore. I haven't seen Honey Don't yet, but I haven't heard great things. So I don't know what they were smoking back in 2016, but this was the beginning of their downfall for myself. You know, I'm trying really hard here to find something positive about the production design, Tyler. Maybe, you know, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Nice cast.
And then, I think this was the beginning of Alden Ehrenreich, right before he was Han Solo.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This is kind of where he stepped up a little bit. Josh Brolin was starting to be in the limelight a little bit more at this time.
Yes, he was.
But before he was Thanos.
Well, he had always been in the limelight. He had a bit of a rough patch too, old boy. But
this was the resurrection from it. And I'll be honest, like he's fun in the movie, in the very least.
He is.
Also, George Clooney, weird one there too.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do you guys actually like George Clooney as an actor? Or no?
As an actor, I think he's fine. As a director, that's where I think he misses a lot more.
No, he's not a good director.
He's not a good director. But hold on, did he direct Up in the Air? Though was that him?
No.
Okay, because if it was, I would have given a pass because I do like Up in the Air a lot.
No, but he did direct Ides of March.
That movie's great. I do like Ides of March a lot.
He directed
Gosling.
But,
what's that, Matt?
He directed Suburbicon.
Ooh,
that's the Matt Damon movie.
Yeah, Matt Damon, Oscar Isaacs. Yeah.
The one movie he directed that I thought was going to be good was Leatherheads, and I was so bored.
That movie, oh my god, that movie was so boring.
Hey, but let's not forget the masterpiece itself, Monument Men.
You know, Tyler.
I swear I thought he did Men Who Stare at Goats, and I actually liked that movie. Maybe that's why I liked it, because he didn't direct it.
I feel like George Clooney just like looks at himself in the mirror and goes, I need to find a concept that really bore my audiences in theaters. Let's see what I can cook up next. Because God, Tyler, all those movies we just named off were boring as hell.
Yeah. Hey. I guess that's why he moved on to Nespresso. So he could keep everybody awake.
But Hail Caesar, it was all right. But let's move on to Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. Came out the same day. What a lineup! You want to see Hail Caesar? Or you want to see Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies? I saw the poster.
Oh my God.
I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? I know about Pride, Prejudice. I'm like, why are you on Zombies list?
I don't know. I don't know why this is even a concept.
Because Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That I was getting ready to say, yes, because of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. That's exactly
that's just like, that's like if you were to make like a Founding Fathers movie to where they're like that's like the same. Abraham Lincoln and Vampire Hunter is like, hey, this is a wild concept. Let's do it. And it's like, okay, it makes sense. It's famous, whatever. And then it's like, oh, let's do a Founding Fathers movie, but let's make it like, the Extraordinary Men. The George Clooney movie.
Yeah,
it's like you're doing that, but instead it's like a superhero type movie with Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and then George Washington or whatever, doing a bunch of like weird stuff. Like it's like a folktale type of thing. And then out of nowhere, you're like, you know what? Zombies and English literature. Let's do it. That's a wild concept.
Well, you're talking about the guy who's nephew of Gore Vidal, the director Burr Steers. You're talking about the guy who directed Igby Goes Down, Big Love, Charlie St. Cloud, and 17 Again.
Yeah, those are some great movies there.
So, I don't think concept, but you'd probably just give an executive watching this the idea to make a Founding Fathers like Call of Duty Zombies map.
Yeah.
They're like George Washington, Ben Franklin, Sam Adams, and Paul Revere fighting zombies in colonial America. Make it happen.
I'd watch that.
It sounds like something from like Assassin's Creed 3.
I mean, I'd watch that over like Mr. Darcy or whatever, and fighting off a bunch of zombies. This is weird. It's just it's an off concept. It's like, hey, you know what? Godzilla versus Curious George. Let's do it.
I'd pay money for that.
No, wait, even better. Godzilla versus Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh my god. Who would win?
That'd be great. Clifford being a giant kaiju. That'd be amazing.
It's Clifford Sword.
Oh
God.
Man. No. You know, it'd be even better if it was like a Voltron situation. You got Curious George, you got Clifford, you get a bunch of others, and they all similar to a giant like Jaeger Megazord type thing fighting off Godzilla.
Yes. Oh god. But let's move on to like the first big release of the year, and that was the highly anticipated film debut of Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That I would say like Deadpool. Well, it's weird how that ages over time. Like at the time, like this was this like refreshing,
Mhm.
a very refreshing movie for the genre. Just because like none of the movies were like Deadpool, and I like that it wasn't like Deadpool. My bad. I'm glad no that this movie was very much unlike the other films, which that's what Deadpool is, and it completely embodied the character. Because I think how many years did it take it for it to be made? Like how long was it in product? Was it in development hell?
So if I'm not mistaken, I can actually look it up, see right here, because I actually was reading about it earlier. So they were developing it. They were actually developing this since like 2000.
Yeah, and but like with Ryan Reynolds at the helm, I think
Oh, probably
I
around like 2004 when they actually or 2005
yeah.
day one, and then it snowballed into his role in X-Men Origins, and then he was Wade
Right.
Wilson, and then he was trying to get the Deadpool movie off the ground, and I think at a point they canceled it, but then
Yeah.
the test footage leaked. So in
Mhm.
total, it probably took almost like 10 years for it to get the.
Yeah, apparently that scene where they filmed the teaser, I remember seeing this from like a reaction with Rob Liefeld, the original creator of the character.
Mhm.
He said that in 2011, that's when Green Lantern came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think at that time that's when they filmed the intro scene where that classic intro scene that he has and he jumps in there, he's like maximum effort.
Mhm.
Uh I think that was filmed all the way back in 2011,
Wow.
and then I wish I knew more of like how and why it got picked up again and why they were able to fund the movie with Tim Miller and get it off the ground and fully produced. Um, I think like what really makes it work so well is like it doesn't have like a big crazy bad guy or
Mhm.
anything. It's just one like in itself. It's just one hell of a ride as a action comedy, which it needs. That's all it needed to be.
It was definitely a good way to kind of introduce that character because, I wouldn't say like Deadpool wasn't like now Deadpool is like a mainstream comic book, but like at the time Deadpool was very like unless you're a comic nerd, like you were aware of him.
Yep.
And like if you read any X-Men comics or Spider-Man comics, you've seen him, but he hadn't really been in a film or TV show that much. Like I mentioned in X-Men Origins, it was Wade Wilson. He was supposed to be that new Weapon X, but
Yeah.
Deadpool himself. And
Uh. Yeah, he was in like some animated stuff like Hulk versus Wolverine and particular Spider-Man.
yeah, but when this movie came out, this really
Yeah.
shot him in the mainstream because everyone's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think that first trailer when it was the Red Band like rated R trailer, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is like great. And yeah, here the Deadpool the video game, yeah, that came out in 2014 or 2013, I think, 3 years before the movie.
Yeah. I was
So I think
thinking. I was
yeah,
thinking that. I was thinking about that video game too, and it's wild because like I found out like this year that you can't unless if you grandfathered the download file or the disc of the game, like you can't find it anywhere. You can't purchase it.
that was delisted.
Yeah, so like that's insane. Like that, Deadpool. It's crazy how Deadpool is now part of the mainstream because if this movie wasn't successful, I don't think we would ever. I don't think Deadpool would be a a mainstream character at all. I don't think he would have been in MCU.
No, I don't even think Ryan Reynolds would really be where he is without this.
No, no, I agree, 100%.
At this time, like he was coming off Green Lantern. It was like the only
Hmm.
good movie he did between that was Buried, or
Hmm.
yeah, the one that was Buried. I like that movie.
Yeah.
But then he tried to do R.I.P.D. with Jeff Bridges, and that one didn't work.
Oh, RPD. Yeah, that was a piece of. Can I curse?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's a piece of shit. It is a real piece of shit, man.
You tried to be Men in Black with Supernatural. You didn't like it?
No, it was a steaming piece of shit. It was a steaming, hot, liquidy, Baja Blast, Crunchwrap, Taco Bell piece of shit. That's what that was.
But you know what? Another thing I liked about Deadpool 2, or Deadpool as well. I liked it because it is so. It's not. What I like about it now is that with hindsight 2020, the Deadpool movies are now in the MCU. Mm-hmm. But what makes this better is that even though this is in the Fox X-Men universe, it's still self-contained enough where it can fit in anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, and you didn't have to see like Colossus was his own not unique version. Like he was legitimately Colossus from the comics, and we didn't really have Colossus outside of it. They were usually different characters. I love that, and yeah, it's a very self-contained movies. I like a really good by itself action film. You know, yeah.
Do you think that Deadpool did a good job with the origin story?
Yeah, and I feel like 100%. If the creator does it right, they could do whatever they want with it if they still stay true with the character and they make a worthwhile story. And they did, and I think that's what really like makes 2016 great in retrospect, because while like DC was, shit in the bed this year, and Marvel, like, the two movies that came out of Marvel were like people are kind of 50-50 on them. Some people are one way, some people are another. Where everybody like looks at this movie and it's its own beautiful thing. And I think that's like true about 2016 as a whole. Is every other month you find one, you're like, oh, this is its own like little. Like you find unicorns.
Yep.
And that's exactly what this crazy little shit is all about. But yeah, what's one of your favorite? I feel like it's one of those movies where you're like, oh, dude, like, what's your favorite scene? Like, what's your favorite joke? What's your favorite scene?
My favorite joke, because I use this soundbite sometimes in a video, it's when he went to go get Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead for help. And he goes, Ripley, 3 fuck, you're old. Or go ahead.
My favorite is when he's trying to fight against Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes to punch him in the nuts and breaks his head.
Your poor wife.
Oh, your poor wife.
Well, that scene has a good line too, because I think with the fourth wall in all the movies, I like the first one because it's not as crazy as it would get in the other two sequels. But I liked when he's like, "Let's go take you to the professor." He's like, "McAvoy or Stewart? These timelines are getting confusing." But like this one, yes. I like the fourth wall jokes because the fourth wall breaking is essential to Deadpool's character because he is aware he's a fictional character. But like the jokes in this film felt really like not as crazy as they would get in the two movies. Like they felt subdued. Like my favorite one is when he's talking about how he met Blind Owl. You just see her in the flashback. She's like, God, I miss cocaine. It's like her. A fourth wall break, sort of fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. I want to rewatch it now that we're talking about it. It's such a fun movie.
One of the funniest things I realized, so the villain is Ajax or France. He realized his name's Francis.
And yeah, so at screen, yeah.
The montage of him trying to find him, people are like, they probably know who it is, but he's not saying Ajax, he's saying Francis. So he's just killing everyone. He's like, I was used to saying,
where's Francis?
But the scene where he punched the girl was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Like, is it sexist to hit you? Is it sexist to not hit you?
Did I hit you?
But like, the best part is when he found the guy that recruited him. He's like, you might want to look away. Now this little piggy went, ah!
Yeah, And he's just like there. He's like, ha, ha, "You're about to die by a Zamboni."
Zamboni. But
Uh,
out of I will end this up because Rod is his computer decided to update, so we'll circle back to Deadpool with him for a bit. But I'll end this before we move on to the next movie. Do you think that if Tim Miller stuck on for the second movie, do you think the Deadpool would become who he is now, popular, or would it kind of go in a different route?
That's a good question. The second movie was David Leitch, who he's all right. I don't think he's a crazy director. I don't think he's like a really good director, but I don't think he's bad. I think he's good. I think he makes decent movies. I think he makes. I think he. I think he. I don't think he transcends. I don't think he's a top director. I don't think he does anything crazy. But and that's kind of how I feel about Deadpool 2. I like what Tim Miller does, but Tim Miller is kind of like an interesting guy. So I don't know. I don't really know. He's just kind of a weird guy to figure out. And also, like, as much as I like the movie, Terminator Dark Fate, he directed that one.
Yeah.
I like it, but it wasn't as well received. I'm not really sure if it would really get that recognition. And I'm curious if he would want to go deeper. I'm wondering if he would want to go darker. But also, I'm wondering if possibly, like if we want to bring it to sports terms, if it's Tim Miller is such a creative that he had a creative vision on it, but Ryan Reynolds prefers to have somebody who kind of like direct with him a movie, carry his vision, what he wants to do, and that's why he was able to work with Leach. That's why he was able to work with what's his name? He did Levi.
Yeah, Sean
Yes.
Levi.
Yeah, Sean Levi. Yeah. So like those easier directors to work with. I don't know if it would have. I don't know if a second movie would have happened if Tim Miller was on the project.
Well, I think he did leave due to creative differences with Reynolds. Like I think he later came out, and that's kind of like when those stories started of how he is on set with like his vision and his people. But but Ron, real quick, Deadpool.
I have a list. Well, first of all, sorry about that, guys. My computer decided to update itself. But anyway, I have a list. I think I talked about this with Tyler before of like 5 or 10 of the most entertaining comic movies of all time. Deadpool's on that list. It's definitely easily in the top 5. I still think it's the best made. I don't know if we talked about this or not. Actually, I think it's the best made Deadpool movie. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, we just said that too.
Yeah, I think my favorite still is Deadpool Wolverine, but I think
Yeah.
For how there was a lot riding on this Mac for Deadpool, and I think Tim Miller aced it. This was one of the most entertaining comic book experiences I've had. Saw with a bunch of friends from college. It was just a ton of fun. I still go back and rewatch it a lot. And yeah, I don't know, about where I would rank it, Mac, in terms of my all-time favorite comic movies. Probably easily in my top 20, top 25. But it's great. And the marketing too for all 3 Deadpool movies have been great, really clever, and they market this as a love story, and we all kind of laughed at that. It really is a love story. It's basically it's a love story. It's a revenge / love story.
Is that?
Oh my god! Yeah, so Deadpool's great.
What's your favorite line from Deadpool, or your favorite like quote?
Favorite line? I'm sorry about that.
No, yeah. What's your favorite line from Deadpool?
Oh, anything he says next on a Teenage Warhead really gets me.
I literally said that. I was like, the part when he's trying to get help, it's like Ripley for Alien 3. Fuck, you're old.
The Wolverine joke in the beginning was really funny. Yeah, I think any of his exchanges with Negas on Teenage Warhead probably my favorite.
And then we brought up the fact too that when he was trying to look for Ajax, like the guys probably knew who Ajax was, but he just yelling around saying, "Where's Francis?"
They don't know who Francis
Who
was.
else Francis? So also shout out to Blind Owl, best character in the trilogy.
Yes.
Love Blind Owl.
God, I miss cocaine. But let's move on to. So remember when I said 2016 was the year of like the weird sequels of movies that came out like years ago? We got Zoolander 2.
Pass.
Man,
One
going
of the worst
through
of
this,
Germans.
I realized how much I really repressed from memory.
Well, Zoolander 2, like the first one came out back in 2001, so 15 years later. And you know, the first Zoolander is fine, like it's a cult classic, but I wasn't really like, man, I really need that Zoolander 2.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, you want to see me do it again? Like, it's just like again and again, they're just trying to like bank off of something without real creativity.
Yeah, and this
This
one
is
had
another example too, guys, of just why are we releasing this movie the same weekend Deadpool's coming out? What why? Why?
What are we doing?
Don't forget, this had Benedict Cumberbatch playing a non-binary person that people got pissed about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, luckily for him, he wasn't in another movie that had a questionable casting either.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
That was 2016. Thank you for reminding us all, Tyler.
But it didn't happen. Can't think of it.
But anywho, let's move on to the 19th, which we got a debut.
Hey. I saw what you did. What the hell did you do? Yeah, you missed my girl's movie. Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
Okay, all right. The same day as Zoolander 2, we got a Dakota Johnson movie, How to Be Single, with Rebel Wilson, Damon Wayans, Allison Brie. I have not seen this, actually. That's the thing. Is it good?
Me neither.
How dare you, gentlemen? I thought I knew y'all better. Actually, I expected that.
I think you do know. I think you do know us better. You're just choosing to be fed up with it.
Well, Tyler, there's so much crap I have to do with you on a daily basis. I don't even want to do that. Mac, I expected more from you. Mac. Talk about Norm. We can talk about Norman the North, but we can't talk about Dakota Johnson. How dare you?
Let's talk about How to Be Single, Rod. Give us an in-depth analysis.
Well, you see, when I was a boy, no, I'm kidding.
This was about to turn into a folk story. Oh my god.
No, the movie's fine. It's a guilty pleasure. It's a fun little rom-com. There's this there's this weird little subplot with like Allison Brie. She has no business being in this movie at all. I don't even know why she's in it, but
looking at this cast, she seems so like out of place.
It's Mac, and she's very much out of place in this movie. But if you're looking for this, like kind of like it's a fun date night movie, Mac. That's what I'll say. It is. It really is a fun date night movie. Dakota Johnson. I'll say this, Matt. Like, people have their opinions on Dakota Johnson. I have mine. I'm sure you have yours. Tyler probably has his. Whatever. What is underrated about her is she does have a good sense of humor.
I agree.
Now it's an acquired taste for sure, because she very much is like that dry. She kind of that dry sense of humor. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think, i.e. Mac, the entirety of the Madam Web press tour, it was just
top tier.
Yes, top tier comedy. No one hates that movie more than her, and she's the star. And she lets you know about it. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little rom-com. I enjoy it. I've got it on Blu-ray. It's fun. I go back to it every once in a while.
But let's talk about a film that was the directorial debut of one of the best horror directors of like this era, Robert Eggers, which I like this movie. I know people are very nice about it. We're going to talk about The Witch,
also known as The Vivitch.
The Vivitch. Oh, I spit. I like this. This movie was assault, and I have a bias because it takes place in early century New England and being a New England kid, it's like, holy shit, that's real life. This is a documentary about the Winter Time. Everything happened here is true, but I like this movie. I know, like, compared to what Eggers went on to do, people kind of say like this is his weakest film, but I still think this is actually a really good film. Like, even for being a weak film, I still think it's very good, especially for like his debut.
I don't think it's my least favorite of his, and it took me a while to get to get around to it. I still don't love it, Mac. I think the best thing about this is the tone, the atmosphere, and Anya's performance. I think because I think this follow was The Lighthouse, right, guys? I'm pretty sure it was The Lighthouse, which I think is a masterpiece of the horror genre. But this was a solid debut. I'm not going to go on and say it's one of his best. I can't. Not when this in the North or The Lighthouse and The Northman exist, but it's fine. It's fine. And actually, when I look back at it now, this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of Nosferatu. I'm really not. I think it's okay.
Come on, you didn't like the scene when she's pretty much said that fucking Nicholas Hoult could give her that good shit like Nosferatu.
I think the best thing about Nosferatu is that scene of Nicholas Hoult going to his castle for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite. I mean, just building up that tension of him going there is probably my favorite sequence of the entire movie. But this movie was a drag. Nosferatu at least was a drag for me. But talking about the Vitch or whatever, it's good. It's a good little movie. See, the Vitch, solid 7.5. I would agree with that. Solid 7.5.
What about you, Tyler?
I'm gonna be honest. I have yet to see this one, but I've seen the rest of his filmography. I freaking love the Nosferatu, but we're not talking about that movie. But as far as like Robert Eggers, I think we're very blessed to have a director like him in around at this moment. I think I'm very excited for his next film. What I really like is he has a very unique perspective that really fits horror in period piece settings, and that folklore kind of horror. You got Witch Trials here. You got superstitions with the sailors in another movie. Yeah, vampire. You got Nordic lore, that sort of a thing, and werewolves and stuff like that. I love that dark, gritty, nihilistic, real horror, mythological thing that he's doing, and that he's wanting to stay right there because that's not what everybody's doing, and he's doing it to a masterful degree, and I'm glad that he was able to basically keep going and keep succeeding after this film.
Agreed. Also, breaking news here for all you Call of Duty fans who've been begging for a movie to come out for years. Apparently, Paramount is reportedly in talks to acquire the movie rights to Call of Duty.
Because they are desperate.
Can't wait for the Modern Warfare movie to come out. Moving on in February, we got the last kind of 3 movies that have fallen in the wayside of time a little bit. Gods of Egypt, which was directed by the guy who did The fucking Crow. Good God. This movie sucks. I hate this movie so much. It's so fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's stupid. That's all I got to say about it.
It's awful. It's awful. But actually, if you're gonna move on to the next movie, Mac.
Yep.
999.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, this movie pissed me off because this movie has so much potential, and it was so bad. Well, I wouldn't say it was a massive disappointment. Massive disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
The cast is stacked. The premise is interesting, and yet it's just meh. It's just another one of those B C level tier kind of heist action thrillers, whatever. And I'm not familiar with the director. Maybe if I saw his filmography, Mac, I would. But John Hillcoat.
Yeah, he did The Road with Vigo.
Oh, The Road's so good.
And he did Lawless.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, now Lawless, that's an underrated film from the 2010s. That movie's great.
Yes.
He also did George and Tammy with
Sebastian Stan and Lily James. Yeah.
He did an episode of Black Mirror too.
Oh, and he did a couple episodes of Special Ops Lioness. Okay, so maybe he just had a bad day at the office then.
Maybe. You know what? With 999, it feels like this was a Netflix movie. Or a budget.
It did. Very much so like a Netflix movie.
Like, it wanted to be The Town, but it didn't want to be a town.
Oh, dude. I don't want to know my town. I love The Town, Mac. So don't get me started.
I was rewatching that, and like, you know, it being from Boston and in Massachusetts, I relate to that movie. But the part when the cop just stares at them in an unmask, and he's just like,
he looks away. Yeah.
Like, the fuck can I do?
Oh yeah, when they're in the nut masks. Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to talk about this last movie in February as we wrap up February. Eddie the Eagle with Taron Egerton.
Oh man, that's a movie that's been on my list forever.
This is an underrated movie. I actually really enjoyed this movie.
We can't hear you.
Oh no, he's on the phone.
Oh, he's my bad. I called him out. My bad. It was so. No, I haven't seen this movie, but I've heard great things. My parents saw this movie, and my dad was just raving about it. Yeah, there's not much I could say, but you know, when it's not Wolverine, I'm always looking for a good performance with Hugh Jackman, and I like Taron Egerton, and everything, and and you know, there's something to be said that's really fun about a sports movie that's of a different sport or something that you don't necessarily see all the time, like. You think of like Cool Runnings or
the best movie of that.
Yeah, it is something like that, or a movie that I think of like any racing movie, because there's not a lot of racing movies out there. To where it's like not a mainstream type of thing. It's not football. It's not boxing. So. Yeah, man, it's been on my list forever. It's a hard movie to find on services.
Yeah, it kind of disappeared a little bit from like everywhere. I don't know why, but freaking I just think it's a unique movie. I think Taron Egerton, he was on a hot streak because Kingsman came out the year before and this one came out, and this really showed his acting chops. And I think his chemistry with Hugh Jackman was great as well too. Because Hugh was kind of in between, you know, Days of Future Past and Logan. Then it kind of showcased his comedic chops and serious as well too. I still like Cool Runnings in terms of this genre of the Olympics, like Winter Olympics. But I like Eddie the Eagle. I think it's an underrated gem.
Yep, I agree, Mac.
Okay, let's move on to March, guys. March is a big thing because we're going to talk about one of Rod's favorite movies, Zootopia.
Love Zootopia. Love this movie. But Tyler, I want Tyler to go first in this one.
Oh man, I wanted you to take the floor. Okay, fine. All right, so. Oh man, where to start? I mean, I think it's a. Oh man. I don't know where to start with this one. I think it's a fun movie. I think I've seen it so many times now. I just think about the concept of growing up being a huge animal nerd. I just watch a movie. I'm like, hey, where are all the insects? Where are there any birds? I don't see any fish. I don't see this. I don't see that. What do they eat? Where do they grow? How is this going to happen? By the way, how are they going to eat? How to be meat eaters? I overthink it and everything. It's I can only imagine. I can't imagine being a scientist watching a movie because I'm like, I don't know how you have fun, but I mean, it's a cool movie. It's one of the better movies that's been released by Disney Animation in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I really hope that the sequel can do something with it. I hope that Kiwi Kwan is a good casting choice and not just a popular following choice. I hope there's something to be said about the character. All I know that I think about with this movie is when I try to do my Godfather impression, people always say I sound like Mr. Big.
Oh,
But yeah.
Yeah, oh, go ahead, Mac. I thought you were gonna go.
yeah, I like Zootopia. I was afraid it was going to be too heavy-handed with its themes, the messages of like, because if you look at Zootopia, you know exactly what they're, yeah. But I remember they were hyping up Shakira in this movie. Like, Shakira's in this movie, she's going to be a gazelle, and like she only has like she's like one speaking part, and the rest is just singing this that fucking song. Try everything. I got sick of it, but I love the animation. I love the chemistry between Judy Hopps and Nick. Idris Elba as the chief was great choice as well too. And it was entertaining throughout. I liked it. I'm scared for the sequel because usually Disney sequels sometimes are hit or miss. But I love Zootopia. I think it's actually a very. I can't believe it's been almost 10 years since it came out. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I whatever everything you guys said, Mac, I think that's actually what impressed me most was that they weren't so heavy-handed with its themes because they really could have. Um,
Yeah.
Visually too, I mean, this movie looks amazing. Just making this world, this animated world, feel so lived in. I think you're right. Jennifer Goodwin, who voices Judy, and Jason Bateman, that great chemistry between Judy and Nick. I still love watching the sloth scene. Flash,
Yes.
I still love that sequence.
Huh? Huh.
So I do. It's just a shame that it's taken us this long to get the sequel.
I know.
I don't know why Disney
Mhm.
does this a lot with waiting so long. Incredibles, but I'm excited for Zootopia 2. I am. I think you both said it. Like I am worried about the sequel just from the standpoint of not so much the key Kwan thing, Tyler, but just more of what's the story. We're a few months out, and we still don't know anything about this movie
No,
other
I,
than
I agree.
they're on the
Well,
run.
no. Well, what I heard, and by the way, I was going to say Kiwi Kwan because um, I'm on the bandwagon of, well, I won't call it bandwagon. I'm on the side of like how people just like cast based off of popularity rather than fitting the role.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Anyway, so basically, but like what I've heard is, uh, and this is what's interesting about like why there's certain animals that are not in the Zootopia world is apparently they like there's like a ban from reptiles. So when a snake shows up, like that's not supposed to happen, and so there's like an instant manhunt for this animal, and apparently like this character is what in his presence is the reason that's sparking some exposure of corruption or whatever going on in Zootopia.
Well, I kind of like that. I like that a little bit.
So
Yeah,
I mean, there were hints of it in the first movie,
yeah. I, I like
but
that.
it's good. I think it'll do well. I think Zootopia is still a very popular IP for Disney.
It
and
is.
also, yeah, it is, and it kind of like leans into like 60s, 70s era where they had a lot of anthropomorphic movies.
Mm,
This hits it on a larger stage to where they're fiscally doing well as a company compared to then. So yeah, it's a good place for them to be, even though they're a mega corporation.
But let's give a special shout out to London Has Fallen.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Listen, I understand why they did a sequel because Olympus Has Fallen was a lot of fun. Like, I mean, I had a ton of fun with that movie.
You like
I don't
that
even.
House Down?
I don't like White House Down at all. And a part of that is because Olympus Has Fallen did come out first, and so when White House Down came out, I was already kind of sick and tired of the whole White House invasion movie. But White House Down tried to be funny, and it wasn't funny at all. Where Olympus Has Fallen took itself seriously, a little campy, a little over top, but it worked. A lot of that because of Gerard Butler and Aaron Eckhart makes a pretty great president. So I mean, I had a good time.
underrated actor.
Yes.
Which
Underrated. Aaron Eckhart.
Okay, I was saying, you know what's crazy with Olympus Has Fallen? It's kind of started the Gerard Butler Renaissance that we're on right now because, like, he's been killing it like quietly for the last 10 years. He had this Geostorm, Greenland.
Greenland was
great.
Yes.
Plane's an underrated movie.
And good for him to be a live action stoic.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's been killing it. He's got his own production company too. Because did y'all see Den of Thieves too?
I haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen either. Are those good movies? Are those fun ones?
The first one's great. It's way too long.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a good time.
Yes,
it's a good time. Absolutely, the first one is. Yeah.
Definitely. Second one is built on it more. I like it.
Bet.
So let's move on to. I'll also give a special shout out to a movie that I didn't think was going to be good. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with Tina Fey.
Surprisingly decent.
Yeah, I don't think really, really good. I like it's pretty much. I didn't realize it was military call sign for what the fuck. I was like, why is it specifically Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? That's weird. But let's talk about. But guys, we got a movie where this is probably the last good movie in this franchise because I don't even know where it's going to happen.
Oh, I know what we're talking about.
Scared Silly.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were going to go to Cloverfield.
Oh, no, I'm fucking around.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
I was trying to be like open season Scared Silly, but it fell flat on his ass. 10 Cloverfield Lane. So just to draw context, the trailer for 10 Cloverfield Lane, I believe, didn't it drop in January?
It dropped pretty close to its release date. Yeah,
it did.
It was really close.
It just said, "Here you go. It's another Cloverfield movie, and it's with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Gallagher Jr., and
John Goodman,
who
a legend,
was robbed of an award because holy shit, his performance in this movie is fucking awesome."
Oh, I might put that in after this live stream, man. That's such a freaking awesome movie. I think that's my favorite movie of this year.
Really?
2016.
Wow.
It's a masterpiece. It's so freaking good. When you're talking about suspense, when you're talking about building up to a twist, when you're talking about character, and not to mention it's a limited cast, but they all do well, and it's a unique tandem between the three. And everything, and oh, dude, John Goodman's character. We were just gonna say, oh, John Goodman's character over and over again. Dude, he is menacing.
Yes,
he is not Kitty from Monsters Inc., bro. He is a menace. He's a legitimate fear, and what I like about it is, not just. Like, you could, like, if we were just talking about, like, from our own unique perspectives as people, like, that's terrifying. But to be a woman in that situation and having to deal with that and all that, like, and that's just a real threat out there. And I love, like, it's a fictional circumstance, but it's so real in what that fear is. And, oh, dude! Even if it wasn't Cloverfield at all, like it's by itself, it's a credible movie. Dan Trachtenberg is, dude. He so far he don't miss. He's really good.
Yeah, for me, I took some friends to see this, Tyler, and it was a lot of their actually all of them, their first experience to Cloverfield. So you imagine watching this and then going back watching the original Cloverfield. Like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's weird because it's two very different movies. And this is a good trivia question. Damien Chazelle wrote this damn movie, by the way, which is
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
surprises the hell out of me. I love this movie too, Tyler. I love this franchise. The first two. We don't talk about Cloverfield Paradox. We don't. We just don't.
What do you mean that masterpiece?
What movie?
Exactly,
Oh.
Tyler.
No, I think
Exactly.
it was this weird like Netflix Super Bowl movie or something.
I think the biggest downfall, the detractor of this movie, Tyler.
Yeah.
They did the thing at the end, connecting it to the first movie. They shouldn't have done that at all. I wish they didn't. I think this was great as just its own standalone type of thing, but I get it. They had to connect to it somehow. And also, I mean, we're all going to talk about John Goodman. I think John Gallagher here is really underrated.
Yeah,
He is
dude.
so good in this movie.
He's really good.
Yeah, and Meryl Elizabeth Winstead. I mean, who doesn't love her? She's great. She's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see the movie through her eyes, and you get that sense of fear and everything. And I was wondering too where this movie was going at the beginning. Like, does the invasion happen while she's driving away? What's going to happen? How does she get? What's all this happening? And
Like,
because to me, Mac, I think maybe you and I talked about that first Cloverfield movie is one of my all-time favorites, Tyler. I love that first
Yeah, I
Cloverfield
love
movie.
it. Yeah.
It's one of my it probably still to this day no, not anymore. Sinners came out, but it used to be my favorite horror film of all time, Tyler. Then Sinners arrived, but Cloverfield is an interesting franchise because there is so much they could do in this world, and 10 Cloverfield Lane is a perfect example of we don't have to be like what we did before and still make it interesting.
mm-hmm.
A la maybe the last like 10 minutes or so, but
well, the ending of this movie really kind of breaks it down for me.
It does. And that's why I can't put it on the same level as Cloverfield, Mac, because the last 10 minutes for me, I'm like, what? This is a completely different film. Almost.
Well, we know what JJ's strategy is to take a movie that probably wasn't going to do well and just slap the Cloverfield tag on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened with, because this one, I believe, it was called like The Attic or The Cellar or something, and then they changed the Cloverfield. And then the third one that shall not be named was like called The God Particle, and they just said, "Here's Cloverfield." And there's a couple other movies that
he tried to make Super 8 also.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he did.
There's actually a couple other movies that people said were originally attached. Like Quiet Place was actually rumored to be attached to it. Maybe
I'm glad it's not.
Yeah.
Overlord actually was, but then they turned it into like its own thing. Thank God, because Overlord's actually a really
Overlord was fun. Yeah.
And then Underwater is rumored to be part of the Cloverfield universe. The one with
Kristen
Stewart. Yeah,
that movie's good. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
But we're getting another mainline Cloverfield movie. They announced it, so
they did. I just don't know if it's actually still going to happen or not because Paramount's going through so much like reshuffling right now within their studio. Now, because the Duffer Brothers just signed this deal with Paramount, if they do a Cloverfield movie, which I doubt they'll do, but if they do, sign me up.
Those are the right people to do it.
Yes.
Those are the right people to do it.
Yeah.
But 10 Cloverfield Lane, great film. You know, it's another good film that's actually a kind of a guilty pleasure.
Don't say it.
The Brothers Grimm.
God, Jesus, Mac. I can't say this movie. I can't. This is when I started like really just not liking Sacha Baron Cohen anymore, Mac. This movie just wasn't funny for me.
I agree.
I think I chuckled twice, maybe.
There was a point where Sacha Baron Cohen was kind of just like Borat's funny to this day. Talladega Nights is everything, but like when he did Bruno and then he did The Dictator, I was like, okay, I'm starting to get like kind of sick of this.
No, Dictator is a guilty pleasure for myself. I do like I have fun with The Dictator.
Also, The Dictator hits too hard. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're referencing something that's in the movie, Tyler, and I'm not getting it right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
You're gonna have to message me about that later, Tyler, because right now.
I will. You can bet on it.
Okay. All right.
But Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's not
Go
good.
ahead.
No, it's good. You're good. It's just saying it's not a good movie.
But let's move on.
Yep.
Special shout out to Miracles from Heaven. You know, that's
Mac, is that one of those
yes, it is.
Christian movies that you and I talked about?
I thought it was I Saw Heaven or God, the one where the kid saw heaven with what was that with what's his name? Jim Caviezel.
Mm-hmm.
How do they get these actors to do these movies, man? Jesus
Money.
Christ. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But let's talk about a movie we did mention. Speaking of it, Tyler mentioned it, so he can start. Divergent, Elite.
Wow.
Oh,
Go ahead, Tyler. That's all you, man. That's all you.
Yeah, what's up?
I
Elite?
don't want it. I don't want it.
Someone's got to take it.
I'll take it. I'm like,
Go ahead.
All
right, man.
Yeah, we mentioned the death of the YA novel. This was definitely it. Like this wasn't this like you mentioned part 1 over part 2 when part 2 never happened.
It was supposed to be part
Yep.
1 too, and part 1 was so bad.
My question is, did anyone really give a shit about Divergent?
Never. That's why I don't want to talk about this movie.
Like, they came out. Maze Runner was more popular than this shit.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And I really here's my thing too, guys, with this whole YA thing. I feel like after Hunger Games, people just really stopped giving a shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like Hunger Games came and gone. Because remember, Mockingjay Part 2 came out just 1 year prior, and literally, actually, since we're in March, 4 months, because that was November of 2015. So
the only momentum there was Harry Potter,
yep,
Twilight, and then Hunger Games was the last one, and then they just kept trying to bank off of it, and then I think Divergent was like the worst one out of all of those.
Yes,
it just was not working at all.
Mm-mm.
And they were all following the same formula of like, again, like what you said earlier of like, here's the final movie, part 1 and 2. I think they should have learned from a movie that has nothing to do with YA stuff, The Matrix, and be like, you know what, that's not a good model.
Like this is they were trying to make Shailene Woodley a thing. It didn't really work out.
Shailene Woodley's a great actress.
Great actress, but this was not it.
Well, she has fallen into that category, unfortunately, of I have a really bad agent, and the projects she's been in. She's been in a couple of things I really enjoyed, but her agent's doing, she's got to change. She's got to change. It's probably the same agent Mac as Ariana DeBose.
The same firm.
Dang.
It could be. I mean, Tom, think about it. When was the last time you said, man, Ariana DeBose was in a good movie? Aside from West Side Story.
That was the last time I said it.
Exactly. That was 4 years ago.
I was like, oh man, she's gonna be great, and then yeah.
Yep.
But
and then she got stabbed by Brad Pitt with some snake venom.
Not Brad Pitt. That was Brad Pitt. Yep. Bullet Train. Thank you, Yep.
Yep. You're welcome.
That guy. Remember when we mentioned? Isn't it crazy how almost a decade can change, and now DC is being talked about as overtaking Marvel in terms of. I can't say that was. Well, let me rephrase that. They're seen as equals now with a good debut of a new universe. It took them another attempt to reboot it because after Man of Steel came out, they said, "Fuck, we gotta catch up with Marvel." So screw Man of Steel 2. Let's just do Batman v
Superman. Yeah, it was just Batman versus Superman, and then it's like, no. This is the dawn of justice. It's like, why?
They were shoving in everyone to like, we gotta play catch up. And man, the trailers were. I remember that teaser trailer. So, do you believe?
Hey, that was a great teaser trailer. I'll tell you when the downfall of this movie started. That when Warner Brothers decided to release the trailer with Doomsday. That was it. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
I remember when that trailer dropped. I was actually going to the gym with my mom and sister, And I remember, oh shit, I came home from school. I was like, shit, all right, I gotta wait. I want to see this trailer. And we were about to walk out the door, and I saw him. I'm like, Doomsday's in this movie. I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have like not known about that.
And it's weird
Yeah.
because the trailer they released after that was a trailer that they should have ended on because that trailer was great.
Yes.
But
They did too much. They did too much.
way too much. Way too
They were
much.
like, okay, so we got Superman. We should make a sequel, and they're like, yeah. What if we had Batman? And it's like, okay, cool. We could have Batman. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And like, but you know, Lex Luthor or whatever. And there's a little bit of thing. Like, okay, that's cool. That's interesting. That could be cool. And it's like, okay, you know what? You know what'd be even cooler? What? Wonder Woman. Okay, but isn't this a Superman movie? And they're like, yeah. It's like, okay, all right, fine. I guess we could do that or whatever. But you know, you got 3 heroes and a guy with that's really smart. You got 3 superheroes and a intelligent guy who doesn't have powers. Like, do you think that's overpowered? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So let me tell you.
Let's do Death of Superman as well. And it's like, oh.
Keep showing. I was like, hey, wait, let's introduce the Justice League by having Wonder Woman open a flash drive.
Oh my god!
And you
It's
see,
like,
see their logos.
It's like, hey, you know what? You know, I got a new apartment. I want. What do you think is the best way? We should, you know, bring in my my grandma's piano into my apartment. It's like, oh yeah, so what are you driving your stuff over with? You know, my, you know, Mazda Miata. What? That doesn't fit in there.
So
It ain't gonna work.
I'll tell you what works and what doesn't work in this movie. What works? Ben Affleck works. I think everything with Batman's great. Jeremy Irons works.
Hmm?
It was way too soon to do it, but I actually thought the Death of Superman worked here for myself. It was just way too early to do it. That's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, I think the movie looks great. This is one of the best openings to a comic book movie ever. From Bruce Wayne's perspective, the destruction of Metropolis, that stuff was great. Like, Tyler, when the movie started with that, I'm like, oh shit, Zack Snyder's cooking. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, Marvel's in trouble. Oh wait, no, they're not. Okay, man. Okay, yeah. Wait, give it time. This really is a Batman movie. I think we can all agree on that. This is basically a Batman movie.
I wouldn't say that. I just think it doesn't know what it wants to be.
For me, Tyler, it was a Batman movie featuring Clark Kent. Everything else about this movie is terrible. I thought Gal Gadot, actually, her introduction here was pretty decent too. And some of the interactions between Clark and Bruce were great. And the fight with Batman and Superman was good. It's way too short. Way too short.
Why did you say that name?
Bruh.
Oh,
also, like, I feel like Batman was like way too aggro and willing to kill somebody.
Well, it's Ben Affleck. What do you expect?
Yeah, and it's just
that
like,
wasn't even him as Batman. That was him back in real life.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah. That was 100% him. But I don't know. Just for me, knowing Batman and like who Batman really is as a character, like it fit for me. And you know, this is like when, like, this was, well, okay. Let me back up. Why this wasn't gonna work as a DC universe? Why it wasn't gonna work? Was trying not to do these characters the way that they truly are. It's when you're trying to mess around too much or trying to do your take on who they are as characters. What I mean is when you're trying to make Superman, instead of a symbol of hope, into something that is complicated when you're trying to make Superman into Omni-Man, but you don't know how to do it right.
Mhm.
Or if you're trying to make Batman into the Punisher, but he's not the Punisher, and you're trying to, there's a lot of conflicting ideas, and there's a lot of conflicting themes, and Zack Snyder wanted to do too much of his own thing that wasn't true to the characters and who they were, and also like for the 2010s as a whole, they were trying way too hard with a bunch of different franchises, trying to make things that are dark and gritty and grounded without making it in a way that was earned and verified and in and of itself, like The Dark Knight.
Well, that's
And
what Snyder was trying. Snyder was literally trying. Excuse me, was trying to replicate what Nolan did with his Dark Knight trilogy,
he
and
was,
it
but
failed.
yeah, and other movies were trying to do that too in their own respective franchises, like Star Trek, and it doesn't work. Why does it work? Because that's not what Star Trek is. That's
No,
not what Superman is. That's not what Batman is.
I think it worked for Man of Steel for myself because I love Man of Steel. I think it worked for that movie.
Mhm.
Uh, my biggest problem with this movie is I don't know if you guys remember this. So maybe 2 months before the movie came out, they did the famous Warner Brothers test screening.
Mhm.
I know where it's going.
But the buzz was just like this movie's great, this movie's awesome, and it got everyone hype. And then we all saw the theatrical cut, and we're like, "What the hell did they see?"
Mhm.
Fast forward to the end of summer, the extended edition comes out, or the ultimate edition, and myself included. I'm going, "Well, this is a much better movie. This is probably the version they saw." So why the hell is Warner Brothers not didn't? Why didn't they release that version of the movie? Because it was 3 hours? I
Mhm.
guess. I guess so. But I guarantee you, Mac, Tyler, if they had released that 3 hour cut, I don't know if the DCEU would still exist. What it would have been in a little bit better shape had they released that 3 hour cut of the movie, because that 3 hour cut to me is a much better and different film than the theatrical cut.
It feels
That's
more
just me
complete.
speaking.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it feels more
sure. I'm not sure if it would have worked because I think this movie is the and Suicide Squad is the perfect uh, representation of too many cooks in the kitchen and not enough creative control of what they want to do moving forward. And like that's because like sure, would this movie have been better if it was released that way? Okay, it could if this other movie, if Justice League Snyder Cut came out and that was the cut, and there wasn't a Joss Whedon one, could that have been better? Yeah, okay,
well,
but
let's
at the
let's
same
leave that out of it because now we know the reasons why that
sure.
Joss
But
Whedon cut was released. Right.
right. But what I'm saying is, if those were even released, right, you would still get half baked movies like Shazam 2,
Oh,
Aquaman 2,
oh,
Wonder Woman 84, the Flash.
yes.
Like those movies would still have existed, and they would have been all over the place, and there would have been a clear, unified vision because there wasn't because they're trying to they're trying to be relevant when they're not and act like they are but they're not, and so they decide to trade Micah Parsons. So
Oh boy. I think this was the beginning of the downfall for DC, unfortunately, because they have been hyping this movie up since 2013, and
mhm.
we got what we got, uh, and unfortunately or fortunately, because I really did think there was potential with the DCEU. I do. I think that there are projects that first Wonder Woman, Aquaman, there are Man of Steel, the Suicide Squad. There are projects in there that we could have had a thriving DCEU. But then we have films like the other Suicide Squad, and the other movies Tyler mentioned, this was just the beginning of the downfall for the DCEU. So, Mac, I think we spent like half an hour talking about this movie.
No, you're good. I mean, there's a lot to talk about it because this movie was supposed to be the one. This was supposed to be like the kickstarting point off, but then just so much stuff happened.
This was reactionary because DC at the time, Warner Brothers, Mac, you kicked it off with it. Shit, you see what Marvel's doing right now?
We gotta catch up.
we gotta catch up quick.
I mean,
we got Civil War coming out. Oh man!
At least we got the nightmare sequence, which was pretty cool, where Batman fucking kills people with a gun.
Wild.
Batman killed like 3 people in this movie. I swear, he was catching fucking bodies.
Yeah, let's not forget about Jimmy Olsen
dying.
That's.
I will say the score here is also great, though. The score here is great. I still listen to the score sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The score's great.
It's never the composer's fault.
But let's move on to, I mean, unless y'all want to talk about My Big Fat Greek Wedding too.
All I want to do, Mac, is real quick just mention Everybody Wants Some. Richard Linklater. Okay. Great movie. More people need to go see that. Support it. Richard Linklater is, I don't know, Tyler, where would you put him like in your all-time favorite directors? But he's a director that has made a lot of great movies.
He's one of the best with dialogue. Period.
And this is just a baseball hangout movie for 2 hours, and it's great. I loved it. So go see it.
He's underrated. Not enough people know about him.
But let's move on to April. So April,
don't you say it.
We're going to talk about Meet the Blacks.
God, Tyler, this is the shit I'm talking about, Tyler. This is the shit he does.
So this was another. Actually, Meet the Blacks is kind of like better than 50 Shades of Black because it has my favorite joke, and I'm gonna say this word.
That's the bar is so low.
I know. Shut up. It was the part where it's like it's apparently The Purge, and it's Mike Epps and his family. They moved to a suburban area that they do The Purge, and they have a scene where, what the hell y'all want? And it's like, we don't want an N-word, and they're like, whoa. He's like, what the hell is that? Was that too far? I'm sorry, but it's a dumb movie, spoof movie, but what do you want to do? But we can move on to talk about The Boss with Melissa McCarthy. Okay, so let's move on. So let's talk about a movie. We mentioned found footage earlier. Dude, this is like one of the most fun shaky cam movies of the 2010s, and that's Hardcore Henry.
This movie made me nauseous.
Yeah, this movie is not for the fit. Weed out the weak.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care. Call me weak then, because I could not stand this movie.
Yeah,
really good.
You don't watch that movie after Thanksgiving. You don't do that.
Or drinking.
Nope.
No.
A
cool concept. I just.
Could you imagine watching this movie while on shrooms?
Oh God.
I'm sure someone has. And I would like to meet that person.
They start moving and they run into a wall. That would be funny.
I think I like this movie a lot because of what's his name? His character just keeps popping because it feels like a video game because he keeps popping up in different characters. My favorite part is like that's the ugliest fucking jacket I've seen. Hey, nice jacket. It's fucking lights the bus on fire. But it is very like if you can't do shaky cam, this is not good. This is not for you. But I like this. This is a fun, just like batshit insane. It was pretty much a video game, and I liked it. Yep. Fun fact: the guy that directed it was if I can pronounce his name correctly, it's Ilya not Schuler. He's Russian. He went on to do Nobody.
Oh, okay.
And directed Head of State with Idris Elba and John Cena.
That first, I haven't seen Nobody 2 yet, but that first Nobody was a lot of fun. So, okay.
Everyone was fun. And then also, it was produced by Timur. It was produced by Timur Bekkettoulook. I hope I pronounced that right. That name may sound familiar because he recently produced a film called War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. He's responsible for the screen life genre.
It's you.
It's him.
It's you.
It's him.
That's the producer. He produced Hardcore Henry.
It's him.
How could you, man?
Big Mama Tov, you son of a bitch.
Oh my god, he also did Ben-Hur in 2016.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god. Okay, but Timur also.
He did
his best
Wanted?
movie. He did Wanted, yeah.
He Wanted, yes.
Wanted's great.
And he comes back into conversation again. Abraham Lincoln Vampire.
Yeah.
But let's
it all comes back around.
I want to talk about this one a little bit. Demolition with Jake Gyllenhaal by the late Gene Mark Valle. I like this movie. It has the best meme with Jake Gyllenhaal dancing, or someone replaced it with Sean Paul music. Because of what he said, like Sean Paul response. This is a very underrated movie in my opinion.
It's carried by his performance for sure, but it's great. It's a great performance, decent movie.
Yeah. I think he's in a lot of those.
Great performance, decent movie. Yeah.
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 But then not at all does that say like it's not worth watching. But yeah.
I would say watch it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we move on to a movie by Mike Flanagan, another good horror director. Hush. Actually, fun fact, watched this in school. I don't know how the hell we got this movie in school or watching fucking Hush.
How kind of school did you go to? You get to watch Hush. What the hell?
This was actually a really fun film. So, and nobody knows what Hush is. It's a Netflix film, or I saw it on Netflix. So it's an original film by Mike Flanagan where we follow this main character. She's an author, but she's deaf, and she's being hunted down by John Gallagher Jr. He's a psychopath robber, and she has to try to have outwit him. And it's actually it uses the concept of her being deaf very well because one aspect I liked about it is that she inner monologues with herself. You gotta hear her voice, what she's going through, and I think I liked it. And then it was a very good, strong performance by Kate Siegel.
Yeah, his wife. That's Mike Flanagan. Yeah, that's Mike. Yeah, that's Mike Flanagan's wife.
Oh no, I know. Oh yeah.
Oh okay. My bad.
Oh, yeah, you're good. I was like, yeah. No, anything to add?
No, I actually just saw it for the first time. I think last year, maybe earlier this year. Great movie, because it was available on Netflix for a while, then it went away forever, and then you were able to buy it or something. I think like late last year, and I finally watched it. And I was like, this is a really good movie. So
it really is. This was my entry to Mike Flanagan. I love him as a director. He's a lot of fun.
His Netflix stuff is great.
Dude, I'm so excited for Clayface, but we're not talking about that. But but I like what he does with horror. I like Hush a lot. I think Kate Siegel. I'm surprised she's only in his own movies, but I don't care because she's still a really good actress. And I mean, if you don't believe that, just watch the movie. She just carries it by herself.
Yeah.
For being deaf for most of it. And then when she does have inner monologues or whatever, it really hits home, and it really it's such a small detail that just drives it up a little bit to kind of get you pumped in and just dialed into the final act of the film. It's not too dissimilar from movies like Strangers, with masks, with home invasion, with that sort of thing. And yet it has its own unique stamp on it, and it's an underrated film. It's an underrated movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was long.
I was like, but yeah, Hush is great. Give Hush a watch. Next movie, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I hate this movie. So fucking overrated. It's The Jungle Book by Jon Favreau.
What?
I don't like this.
I agree.
Rod's done. Rod's like, fuck all y'all.
Seriously, what are y'all talking about? What?
I don't like this movie.
It's a movie that doesn't need to be made, Rod.
That's every movie ever. But anyway,
Okay, no.
yes,
No.
yes,
No.
Yes.
No. There's art, and then there's copies.
Jungle Book.
No.
Jungle Book is art. It was great. I love Jungle Book.
The first one, not this one, not the rehash. No. Look, it's not my fault when I look at the test papers and I'm like, okay, this is a well-written essay, and then I'm like, this is ChatGPT. You just want ChatGPT. You're what's wrong with the world, and why we have a bunch of like gray crap for art as opposed to actual beautiful art, because people like you keep eating it and drinking it up, while I have to suffer and watch the same BS over and over and over again.
No, I've been a big like naysayer on these live action Disney remakes, and this one I just was not impressed. The trailers weren't doing anything for me, and I wasn't a fan. I just didn't like it. And I like Jon Favreau as a director, and I was just like, I didn't like this.
Really, like, to be more articulate, the reason why I don't feel like this movie works beyond it being a live action remake, because at the time I think this was like, oh, this could be interesting, this could be cool, but like, to be honest, the cast works. The CGI works really well. It's well done. It's a lot of fun. Idris Elba, Shere Khan is great. None of that is disputed or anything. It's not a bad time of a watch at all. It's just, this is a beginning of the next trend. Where we talk about the end of YA. This was the next money, laundering trend in cinema.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
So basically, this is just like a hallmark of like what's wrong with the movie industry. But if you like it, that's okay.
Really? Because y'all just giving me shit like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, you suck, Rod. You like this fucking shit. You're contributing to the decline of tinsel. No,
it's okay. We're still friends.
And let's be honest. This isn't Jon Favreau's worst film. That's Zathura still to this day, and I like the Zathura.
Yeah,
I like Zathura.
Whoa! You don't like Zathura?
I like Zathura.
Yeah. Get him, Tyler. Get him, Tyler.
It is not the.
Come on.
It is not.
No. I'm getting back into my rant about talking about original films versus like copy crap. You are shitting. You are shitting. No, it is.
Yes, it is. It literally is. It's Space Jumanji.
Yeah, and it's done incredibly well. It's its own thing. It's a fun movie. There's no other movies made like it anymore. We don't get fun, imaginative movies like that anymore. Instead, we get Jungle Book.
Listen, I don't know if I want a movie about Kristen Stewart wanting to bang her brother. She didn't know it was her brother, played by Dax Shepard.
We're talking about 2016. What are we doing here? Rod, why do you like the movie?
I'm done with all of you guys. I can't even. Tyler,
You're defeated?
I feel defeated right now. I do. I feel defeated.
Rod is like, I can't.
I might go down to my liquor cabinet now and just go get some rum and just
Alcohol.
start drinking. You know, just start getting some alcohol. It's Friday night. What the hell? Shit. Nah, Mac, I wouldn't get drunk on your podcast. I would never do that to you.
Yeah, we're professional.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's almost 10 o'clock. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some alcohol. Shit. Shit, it's almost 10 o'clock. Damn it.
Fuck.
All right. So, what we got next?
You know, what's next, Matt?
So what we got next is we got Barbershop, the next cut. Now, fucking around.
Oh,
That's
okay.
All right.
That is
We'll be
Malcolm
here
D.
until midnight.
That's a Malcolm D. Lee. But actually, I did want to talk about a great A24 film that my mom watched for the first time, and I put her onto this. Green Room.
Yeah.
Green Room is very good. And it's on Yelchin, Imogen, Emotion, Poots. I call her Poots. I don't know if it's Potts or Poots. Poots, okay. Patrick Stewart. I liked it. Very visually styling. I think it's one of A24's most underrated movies.
Talk about Green Room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Decent movie. I always forget Patrick Stewart's in.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird. And then we move later down the month because we got a comedy movie from Key and Peele. It's called Keanu.
Oh my god, that was 2016.
Yes,
It was.
I don't think this movie was hyped as hell. They're like, oh, Key and Peele's doing a movie. And it's about them like getting a cat.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
I never.
Let's just say harp on the fact of how legendary Keanu Reeves is, and just say how little ego he has to where he's willing to voice over as a kitten. And it wasn't like a couple years after that he was a tumbleweed for a SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob, yeah.
So like,
what's the Sponge Out of Water movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I just love that Keanu Reeves is that guy in this reality that we live in. So that's what I appreciate from Keanu.
Was Keanu funny?
The movie? Yeah, it's all right.
It's a sketch.
It really is just an extended sketch.
Yeah.
They dragged it out because they're trying to make some money because Key and Peele were so hot at the time.
That's true.
And
I think I think this was the end of Key and Peele.
For good reason, because this movie really it shouldn't have been made.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. They both flourished afterwards.
Let's talk about the end of April. Remember I mentioned that this year was a video game movie year?
Oh God, what am I not thinking about at the moment?
We got Ratchet & Clank at the end of April.
Ratchet & Clank.
Oh,
this is a legit I like this movie. I think it got overhated on, and because I played the last Ratchet & Clank game on PS5, very underrated movie. And they were working on this movie for like a couple of years to this point. I'm still waiting for the Sly Cooper movie, which we'll probably never get. Ratchet & Clank, actually, like, probably out of the video game movies we have this year, probably my favorite.
Oh, of the 2016, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Not great, but better than I thought.
It's basically the game, but a movie. So it's kind of redundant in my mind. But I mean, is it bad? No. But yeah.
I think it was just kind of cool that they had fucking Paul Giamatti was in this movie and the Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, that was wild.
But let's move to May. Let's talk about the one film I know you all want to talk about: Civil War. The movie that Batman wanted to
After
be.
you, Rod.
And this was the hyped up movie. You were either Team Cap or Team Iron Man, and we're gonna throw it to Rod. Rod, Civil War.
When I was a boy, I always dreamed.
What the fuck?
Listen. I mean, I could talk all night about Civil War. Tyler knows this. Mac knows this too. Actually, I could talk all day and night about Captain America: Civil War.
With that said, it's probably the wrong choice to have him talk about it.
Y'all some damn fools for having me go first. Y'all some this. Yeah. Looking at you, Tyler. He gave me the floor first. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
right.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's start with Act 1, Scene 1.
Oh my
The opening
God.
shot.
They blew up a building in Africa.
Are we reading the script right now? What are we doing
Yes.
here?
I have the script pulled up right here, actually.
What the?
Crossbones committed a hate crime.
It actually opens, Mac, with the Winter Soldier scene first.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yep. So I don't know this Africa stuff. You must have missed it. You must have been in the potty or something before you
Yeah,
came
all
in.
I saw was just them fighting in Africa. No,
That's all I remember from that 2.5 hour
Yeah.
movie.
I was like, shit. I know T'Challa was pissed.
Let's start there, actually, because I think what Captain America Civil War does great. People want to call this Avengers 2.5, whatever. Listen, to me, this is still a Captain America movie, first and foremost. It starts with Cap, it ends with Cap. Because if this wasn't a Captain America movie, Iron Man would have won that fight. But that's a conversation for another day. But that being said, we follow up the Winter Soldier with this. At the time of this release, it was the longest MCU movie.
Yep.
The Russo brothers were back. You basically have every single Avenger known to man the MCU has introduced, aside from Thor and Hulk. How's this going to work and still be a Captain America movie?
Mm-hmm.
The Russos and Christopher and Marcus McFeely, they showed you how it was done.
Mm-hmm.
The ideologies between Tony and Cap perfectly displayed on screen. You understood Cap's reasoning. You understood where Tony was coming from. Tony acting from reasoning of guilt from Ultron. Cap having gone through his stuff in Avengers and Winter Soldier. And it's real. What I think this movie does really well, and why I think it's one of the best written comic movie ever made. If you don't flip flop Mac and Tyler, you're not understanding the movie, because you see where Cap's coming from, but you see where Tony's coming from. Even though Tony is coming from a side of guilt, you still understand why he's doing what he's doing.
Mm.
But let's not talk about, because I think of the main core 6 Avengers who are in this movie, I think a lot of them give their best performances in Endgame. But I think Downey and Evans in particular give probably their second or third best performances of their MCU career in this movie, especially Downey. Downey is terrific in this movie. Evans is also fantastic. The introduction of Chadwick Boseman and Tom Holland. Tyler, it could not have been any better than what they did in this movie.
No.
Having T'Challa be kind of that, what's the perfect word for this, Tyler? He has his own little narrative in this movie, but it still ties into the rest of what's going on in the film. It doesn't feel out of place.
Yeah. There's like, just to jump in for a quick minute.
Go ahead, please.
Like this movie does what Dawn of Justice does not do well, where it has multiple things going on and it makes it all work.
It has layers, Tyler. It has layers.
It has layers. So even if it's not your favorite MCU movie, or if it is your favorite MCU movie, well, you have to sit back a little bit and like just realize all the little things that they're doing and all the things that they're like juggling around and everything. But really, almost everybody has a lot of good character development there, and you feel and you're connected with the consequences and everything. I feel like this movie, more than the first Avengers movie, up to this point, really made all the other films like really like pay off. Everything really paid off because you just watched that cute little movie, Ant-Man, and you're thinking about, oh, what's this gonna do with him? And he just was able to see his daughter again. And you think about the stuff with Wanda and how it's complicated. She's still going through a tough time, and her relationship with Vision. developing like all there's multiple things going on just beyond Tony and Steve, but like you said, in the day, it begins and ends with both of their stories at this point in their relationship and how that goes. So there's a massive feat in ambition going into this film that I think is, for the most part, is well executed to a degree.
So, just to kind of, I want to make sure Matt gets some time here, Tyler. Like
I agree. I think I remember when that trailer came out, we saw the first look of Black Panther. I was like, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And fucking that, I remember going to school and us watching that trailer and hearing on the roof, and you just see Spider-Man. Everyone collected with, oh shit! Even though I was going like, this suit looks bad. It looks CGI.
I want to talk that entire airport fight, because there's a fight I think that's better than the airport fight sequence that happens later on in the movie.
Yeah, no, the movie fight.
Yes, the main fight, which we're kind of all there for. The airport fight sequence is amazing. I think now it doesn't get enough credit.
No.
Because they're pulling their punches. You gotta look, they're not trying to kill each other. They are all still friends. They're all still family.
Yeah.
I mean, except for Wanda, because Wanda's like not friends with most of those people, but for the most part.
Well, I don't know, Black Panther. He saw Hawkeye and he's like, I don't care.
His main thing was, I'm going to kill Bucky.
Oh no, he
was on the King Von energy.
Yes, he really was just on. I don't care who I have to go through. I'm going to, like that interaction with Clint. We haven't met yet. I'm Clint. Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
I love that. And can we talk about one of the biggest surprises, which was Scott going big, Scott going giant? Oh, that was good.
That established oh shit, he could even Spider-Man was like, holy shit.
Yes, just
you mentioned pulling punches when Bucky threw the car door at Spider-Man. He's like, hey buddy, I think he lost his. Okay, okay, wait, he was trying to go for a body with that. He put extra elbow grease in that. Like, damn, Spider-Man.
Well, that was the first just little peek of, yeah, Spider-Man really is that powerful. We just really haven't seen it yet. Like, he really is one of the strongest Avengers. We haven't seen it because Spider-Man really does pull his punches.
But
my favorite.
You don't want to see Spider-Man. No, sign little comment.
Yeah,
but you don't want to see Spider-Man lock him, bro.
No, I think didn't we talk about that? We don't want to see that. Yeah.
No. You don't. No. When he stops talking, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed. But my favorite moment is still one of my favorite Tom Holland acting moments in all the MCU, when he's talking to Tony in the apartment. It's like, when you can do the things that I do, but don't, and then the bad things happen. They happen because of you. Tell me that's not like an all-time just Spider-Man moment right there.
It's the perfect lead up in the Tom Holland Spider-Man into the MCU, because he really got Homecoming. And I think this was good to introduce him in this movie, because it was able to show hey, he is the street level guy and he's already Spider-Man. So when we get to Homecoming, we already know who he is and how close he is with Tony, and establishing that relationship kind of going forward into his character arc in this MCU.
Yeah. And it says a classic line without saying it.
It is. And then
that was well done.
I mean,
wasn't that improv?
I think it was improv. If I'm not mistaken, that was improv, because I think a lot of their moments between him and Robert were improv, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because the original scene with Tony, Tom barely had any lines, and RDJ was like, "Can we give this kid some lines, please, or something?"
Yeah, but I love too that we got the introduction of, what we call back in the Hot May, with Marissa Tomei. I mean, she, first of all, she still is, but no one will replace Rosemary Harris. Don't get me wrong. And Sally Field is a terrific Aunt May.
She's good.
Marissa Tomei is a very underrated Aunt May, and I think that comes full circle with No Way Home with her death scene. Spoiler alert, but I mean, the movie's been out for 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah, her death scene really, it hurts, and thinking about that scene in No Way Home just makes me go back to just her introduction to Civil War, then Homecoming and Far From Home. Like, she really was a great Aunt May. But yeah, this movie's great. And then the final battle between Tony, Cap, and Bucky.
Think about it. He really got jumped because his parents died. So he got jumped because my parents got killed.
But
it really did.
Cap was in character the entire time of, I will do whatever it takes to protect the only person that was there for me, which was Bucky. But Tony was also in character of, we would all act the same. The person who killed my parents is right there. I don't care if it was mind control or not. I'm going to kill him.
It was jumping at a billionaire.
Yeah. But what I loved, like, what really makes it great is, like, because through his whole arc, like, we just think about Tony and his relationship with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about, like, he's, like, always he is desperately trying to find ways to find closure with his relationship with his dad. But, like, what really brings it down to a head, because, like, you see, like, he had a good relationship with his mom. But, like, what really brings it down to a head is, like, he doesn't even talk about it at all until at that moment where he's just like, he killed my mom. It's like, that shit was just like, he's serious. He's locked in right now.
Yeah.
He didn't even get the closure with his dad until Endgame, when he got to, like, talk to him and kind of say, like, goodbye.
Worth it. Worth the wait.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth the wait for that closure.
But that
the one negative thing I'll say. I was gonna say real quick, the one negative thing I'll say about this entire movie.
Yep.
Both the post credit scenes were kind of bad. It's like that's like the one thing I'll say. Both the mid and the post credit scenes were like.
Wait a minute, wasn't this the post credit scene that had? Oh wait, no, never mind. That was Spider-Man 2 with the Apocalypse post credit scene. X-Men.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Spider-Man tease and the
Black Panther. It's basically saying Black Panther movie's coming and the Spider-Man movie's coming.
Spider-Man movie's coming. Yeah.
I like Baron Zemo as a villain. I thought his motivation was actually kind of valid.
Oh my God, we haven't even talked about him.
No,
Zemo's great. Now
I will say that
there's some conveniences for sure, but still a great villain because he was the first villain to beat the Avengers. Yeah,
in a way, I just knowing Zemo from the comics, and I know it's like, I know this from the comics.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, there's more from the source material that you could take an inspiration and add to this movie. But it's just kind of sad because it's like, there's this huge, build up and potential for this villain. But unfortunately, there's like so many characters to juggle around with that, some, room. He had to make room. He had to make room.
But Civil War kicked ass.
Masterpiece.
And this was this is pretty much the start of the lead up to Infinity War.
This is basically the prequel to Infinity War.
Yep.
Basically.
This is the wind up.
Yeah.
So let us move on to another video game movie. Guys, we got Angry Birds.
I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I actually had some fun with it.
It's low key kind of entertaining.
I had fun with it. Is it a great movie? Hell no. But I had fun. Like, I had a fun theater experience with it. I did. I had a good time.
Nope. Don't like it.
Well, out of all the video games movies that came out,
no me gusta.
This is the highest grossing one. And it got a sequel.
I wonder why.
And we're getting a third.
And a third, yeah. Well, think about it. Angry Birds is just simple of like, hey, these birds want their eggs back and the pig stole it.
I just can't believe that a stupid game on an app became a movie.
I like Danny McBride's character in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the voices were actually good. I did, because I like Bill Hader as the pig. Like, this has some underrated casting, and I think out of entertainment value, this is probably the best video game movie this year.
Isn't Peter Dinklage the Eagle?
I think so. But coming out the same day, we actually mentioned it. It's the Chloe Grace Moretz movie. Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising.
Man, R.I.P. Chloe Moretz.
You mean, oh, I was like, wait, what happened? Did I miss something?
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm talking about her career, bro. Sorry.
No, listen. She was one of those actresses. Like when I saw her in Kick-Ass, I was like, this girl has something.
This girl has something. We were talking about it with Shailene Woodley. We don't know what the agent was doing, dude.
Yeah, Chloe Grace Moretz she's an interesting case of what the hell happened, because she has been in nothing great since Kick-Ass.
No, honestly, no. I mean, Neighbors 2 is pretty much copy paste for the first one, which I like the first one, but it was just like, let's just make it girls this time. The only scene I liked in this movie was when she tried to run away with the phone. She's like, what the fuck? He's like, it's called a court, dumbass. Fucking old people phones. Like, that's the only funny scene in the movie, but it didn't really do anything for me.
So the one thing I liked her in, okay, there's two things I liked her in. So I think this was a COVID movie. It's called Shadow on the Cloud. It was decent. It was fun. Nothing to write home about. And then there was this show that only lasted one season on Amazon, but it was called The Peripheral. It was trying to be like its own little Westworld, Tyler, for but for Amazon, and there was potential there. But
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But no one watched it. So
no, I definitely did not watch it.
I did, and it was good. I was intrigued, but it only lasted a season. Yeah, she really has gotten the. I really want to see like a documentary on what the hell happened to her career after Kick-Ass.
It sucks because like you said, she had all.
So
that's crazy. Fun. Yeah, even if you you see, I feel like you see it more. Well, let's just be honest. You see it more with actors who are not white or males.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, he's great, or she's great, or they're great, and then they're in a couple movies and they're gone. Like you see it through a lot of like promising actresses in the 90s, and then it disappeared. And unfortunately, you've seen that in this case too.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost happened to Eddie Gatheji, who Mr. Terrific. It almost happened to him. I'm glad it did.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But hey, he bounced back with Superman. Thank God. Great actor.
Thank God.
Actually, speaking of sequels, here's a movie that needs a fucking sequel. Nice Guy. So Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling.
Oh,
just for time's sake, because I know we're still in May, right? At 10 o'clock.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, everything Max said. This movie's perfect, and it needs a sequel.
Then give a special shout out to X-Men Apocalypse at the end of the year.
This was the downfall of the Fox universe right here.
Yes. Oscar Isaac, he bounced back with Moon Knight.
He did. However, I will never forgive Fox for they got Oscar Isaac in the X-Men. And I mean, they were marking that like fucking crazy all over the place. And this is going to be better than Days of Future Past. And because that post-credit scene in Days of Future Past was so good, I was like, oh my God, they're finally doing it. It was. I was like, oh my God, they're finally doing it. They're doing it. They did it, and it sucked. Well, I have fun with the Mac and Tyler. I did. There are fun elements of this movie. As a whole, it ain't good. Oh my God.
What?
For any college football fans out there, Army lost to Tarleton State. Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Wow. They're probably going to be running suicides at practice Monday.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Yeah.
Man, it's about to be like, remember the Titans over there? Be like, he didn't make a tackle. He ran a mile.
Yeah. But we end May off with Alice Through the Looking Glass. Fun facts, all the drive-ins. It was all right. I'm not really a big fan of the Alice in Wonderland movie.
Like, as we go through all this, like, we're just hitting on to like all these weird, interesting trends that like happened. Like 2016 is like both a good through line of trends that we have now and ones that died.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like this is like we're just like going back and forth a bit to where like we find some gems like Hush, Cloverfield Lane, Nice Guys. You get some good ones finally from like movies like Deadpool or uh, Civil War. We'll get and there's like more at the latter half, but like it's just like every other year you just have failed comedy sequels. You have failed spoofs. You got your failed remakes of animated stuff or Disney adjacent stuff. You got the YA that started not working, and then you got the beginning of the live action reboots that you got here. Like when you really just look at it and talk about it, it's just like you really just get a good map out of like what really is the movie industry at this time and at this point.
Yeah. And as we go on,
Better than what it was now.
yeah, it's kind of moving to
Mhm.
it's kind of moving to June. We kind of see we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sequels.
Hey Matt,
Yeah,
question for you, just for time's sake, so we don't go to like 2 a.m. like we did.
sure, yeah.
Should we just pick like a couple until we get to like the fall season, just so we can just for time? Should we just
Yeah,
pick, like,
Highlights.
highlights?
So
Yeah,
highlights from June. We got Popstar, Never Stopping.
great movie.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Conjuring 2.
Oh, great movie.
Now You See Me 2.
Yeah.
Warcraft, which is the other video game movie. Finding Dory. Central Intelligence. Independence Day Resurgence.
All right, good night. See y'all later.
Yeah.
Swiss Army Man.
Oh, great movie.
Oh, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's a great movie, Mac.
That is a weird ass movie, but I love it so much.
That's why we go to the movies. This is why we
Cinema.
watch movies. Yeah, it's just a wild, stupid concept, but it works.
It works.
It worked. And man, like, I'm glad it did what it did for Daniel Radcliffe. I'm glad it did what it did for Paul Dano.
Mhm.
I mean, man, people, if all you're seeing is the stuff that's on the billboard, on the marquee, and then I mean, like, if there's one blessing with streaming, is there's so much at your disposal, and if you don't get movies like these a shot, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah,
Because it might be weird, but you might like it.
it's definitely like we always see Daniel Radcliffe does a lot of like good, interesting roles. This is probably his most interesting role post of the Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. A dead man.
Mm-hmm. But moving on into July, some of the highlights from July, we got the Legend of Tarzan, the BFG, Purge Election Year, Secret Life of Pets, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, the Ghostbusters.
God, July is horrible so far. Keep going.
We have, let me see here. So yeah, I said Ghostbusters, Star Trek Beyond. Ice Age Collision Course.
Man, I like. Yeah, I'm sorry to like interrupt, but like, man, I don't know about you, but I really like Star Trek Beyond. Directed by Justin Lin. It's actually on my TV right now. Before I jumped on.
Really?
Yeah. Look, I know it's not as good as the first one. I think it's better than the second one. I think the second one's just off from what Star Trek really is, and it really tried to, like, the first one was like a cool twist on the classic of Star Trek, and then the second one is trying to do the biggest hits. What I like about this one, it's original story, original villain, and it kind of opens and ends off like an extended episode from the show. Like it feels episodic. It feels like you're just jumping into another adventure, and it's a good time. It's a fun time, I think.
I liked it better than Darkness.
Yeah. But I do think that the cinematography is not as good.
No. And in so many lens flares, you think J.J. Abrams is directing it. We also got, near the end of the month, Jason Bourne.
Oh, yeah.
This is the new one, and I completely forgot this came out. Holy shit.
Yeah, not Legacy, right? This is the rebat. This is when they're trying to bring back Damon, right?
Yeah, they brought him back, and it didn't do well because I don't think no one really cared about Jason Bourne 2016.
No, I saw it. It did not work.
No, that era of action movies kind of going away. Then we move into August. We got Suicide Squad.
Oh Jesus!
God damn! Shit! I just went to the bathroom.
Yeah, dude. We talked about Swiss Army Man for a little bit, and then I made a little spiel about Beyond. And damn, do we even want to talk about Suicide Squad?
They won an Oscar.
Okay, move on.
I just want to just real quick, Mac. Mike and Dave, the wedding dates, July. A lot of fun. Tyler said he meant to Beyond. I like Star Trek Beyond a lot. That's good. And Lights Out also was surprisingly really good too. And Bad Moms, first one, good little comedy.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Suicide Squad 2016. Yeah, it's not great.
No.
The cast is great. The cast is great. The movie is not. But that bar scene in that movie
it was good.
Is awesome. I love that bar scene.
Will we ever get the Ayer cut?
I don't want it.
David hopes so.
I don't want it.
David wants it, so you know.
Well, I'm not David.
Worst Joker, by the way. Hate Jared Leto's fucking Joker.
Oh.
Then shout out to Pete's Dragon. Then we got Sausage Party.
One of the most awkward experiences I've had in my life because I took my sister to see that, and it was so.
Oh no!
So awkward. Oh my god!
Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We had a great time just watching it, but then the last 5 minutes happened, and it was just, what the hell? Things I would never see food do in my life happened in the span of 5 minutes, and wow.
I feel like Seth Rogen did it for that reason, just because he could.
Just because he could.
Then we got Hell or High Water, great film.
Oh.
This was the beginning of the I can't understand a word Jeff Bridges is saying.
Hey. I don't want to hear that slander. Okay?
Because he knows it. Tyler knows it's true. He just doesn't want to admit it.
No. Because it's not true. But
it is true.
And just shut your mouth. Anyway.
You sound like Bane.
No. This is Bane. Oh. Whatever. Anyway, point is.
That's it, Bridges? Oh man, that was good.
Fucking move on.
Hell or High Water, great movie. Then we had Ben-Hur with Timur, he directed. We get a great animated movie that didn't do fucking well. I blame you all. Kubo and the Two Strings.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah. Beautiful movie.
Then we got War Dogs. Great. Probably my favorite Todd Phillips movie.
I've never seen it.
Good movie.
It's
I like
so good. It is really, really good, Tyler. Please watch War Dogs. Because that was my introduction to Honor the Armistice.
That's Teller and Hill, right?
Hill. Mm-hmm. And they're great together. Such a great movie. Okay. No one saw it, though. I mean, no one saw it.
But it has my favorite joke when Jonah Hill was trying to buy weed. And he pulled up the MP5. He goes like, he's like, where y'all going?
That stupid laugh.
We end off August with Don't Breathe.
Oh.
It was good until the ending because godly, that's fucking creepy.
and they carry that ending in the part two. Because
they just make him sympathetic. He's just a blind old Korean vet. Not problematic at all. But let's move into September real quick. We're gonna do what we have here. We got Sully. Good. Actually, a very underrated Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah, like I just like throw in a little bit. I talk about this with a director friend of mine, Edgar Blake. We talk about Clint Eastwood not getting enough credit, man. Like he is a solid director. Like he has a lot of good he has some good hits. Like there's like a lot of good rewatchable movies that he has, and honestly, I like Sully a lot. There's a lot of good scenes. The reenactment, not the reenactment, but the flashback of actually the event happening is probably one of the best parts. And I think like Clint Eastwood does little things like that very well. And it might be like Clint Eastwood being, you might watch some Clint Eastwood movies, be like, oh, I've kind of seen it before, whatever. I feel like you could say the same about, you see a bunch of Wes Anderson movies. You kind of feel that way with about 5 of them.
Yeah.
Comparative to the best ones and the worst ones. But you could say that about Clint Eastwood. But one thing you can't say is that they're not solid movies.
Except for 15, 17 Embarrassed. That was boring.
Jersey Boys.
Oh, don't look.
Yeah.
I have a history with that movie. We do not want to get into it. We do not want to get into it. No. You just triggered something in me, brother. No.
Brother.
We'll be here till 3 a.m. I don't think you want that.
We are going to be here till 3 a.m.
Also, want to give a shout out to Snowden with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You want to talk about people's careers that what the fuck is Joseph Gordon-Levitt doing nowadays?
Yeah, I think this was the beginning of it, where he kind of had his Jake Gyllenhaal era of like being in movies trying to have a good performance, and there were nothing movies, but it didn't work out for him. That's for sure.
So he wasn't Beverly Hills Cop, right? If I'm not mistaken, which was last year.
Yes,
he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
didn't know that.
He's been in some because he was in that Netflix movie during COVID. What was it?
Oh, yeah. With
Chicago 7. Well, that too. Project Power. He was in that also.
He was
in Chicago 7.
He has his own subscribe to the actors list, I think it's called. Or he has something where he does like blogs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he did his own thing that didn't work. Yeah. Hit stop record or something.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I still think his best performance is Looper. Him and Looper is such a great movie.
Yeah. Personally, I think it's Treasure Planet. Moving on.
But speaking of unnecessary sequels, we had Blair Witch, which was a movie.
It was a movie.
We got The Magnificent Seven.
Had potential to be great. I thought it was just okay.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about Antoine Fuqua, man?
I like him as a director. I wish he feels like he can hit another gear to be like a great director, but I think he's fine.
I like him a lot. He kind of just makes the same movie over and over again, in my opinion. But
you got Denzel, that's what you can do.
If you have Denzel, I mean, you got something. But I mean, he hasn't quite. I don't think he'll ever surpass Training Day.
No.
I think he's come close maybe once.
Man, he peaked too early.
I think he did peak a little early, Tyler. I think he did peak too early. But I do think also he's got some underrated gems in his filmography for sure.
That's true.
Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
I like that one.
That was fun. Brooklyn's Finest was fun. Southpaw, another Jake Gyllenhaal movie no one appreciates. I love that movie.
I was thinking about that earlier.
And that movie, The Guilty, another Jake Gyllenhaal movie, pretty solid too.
Yeah, the original is better, but I agree.
I haven't seen the original, but I've heard it's better. He did that Will Smith movie too for Apple.
Oh, Emancipation.
Will Smith actually gave one of the best performances of his career. It's just came after he slapped somebody. So you know.
Watch him out your fucking mouth. Another one we got in September was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, aka Tim Burton's Washed Era.
This was basically I think that was basically his audition for Wednesday, basically. So yeah, it's whatever. Because isn't that Tim Burton Wednesday Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we got Deepwater Horizon, really good movie.
Underrated.
Oh,
Underrated. Peter Berg had 2 movies come out. It's been like 5 months this year.
Bro.
That was great.
He peaked there, dude.
He did. Deepwater Horizon is great.
That's such a good movie, man. Oh, that's so good. Like, I think that's a movie where you got some good actors in there, but the direction takes hold.
Yeah.
He did like that. Yeah, like that is like one hell of a spectacle, but at the same time, you're just like, you just have like a horrible gut feeling because you're just like, these are people going through this hell. That's crazy. And not to mention like a little bit, like part of me like having, I live in Texas. I'm not too far away from the Gulf, and like that was, I remember being a kid when that happened. So like, and that was like a really huge phenomenon in that part of the country, part of the world. So like you want to talk about a movie that really captures on a reality of a moment and respecting it and capitalizing on it in an artful manner. I think, yeah, great job.
And as we move in the month, we had a Mastermind with
Zach Galifianakis, right?
Yep.
Never saw it. No, didn't want to.
We want to talk about the fall off Zach Galifianakis after Hangover.
Oh,
dude. Yep.
Yeah, that's a damn shame. I do like his stuff with Beyond the Two Ferns. That stuff is hilarious. That's what's called, right? Beyond the Two Ferns. Two Ferns, right? Yeah, that stuff is great.
Well, moving into October, we got Birth of a Nation, the one that was looking like an Oscar contender, and then the controversies came out about Nate Parker, and that kind of ruined his career.
I had to actually come home because I had a ticket, so I had to come back from college to go to court that like Monday or whatever, and so that weekend it sucked. But I had to come back home, and we ended up seeing this over the weekend. This Birth of the Nation, and like you, Mac, I was like, this is some Oscar shit right here. This is gonna be great. Yeah. Not so much. It's not. I do want to shout out real quick though, Mac. Girl on the Train.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
My girl Emily Blunt, second favorite actress of all time. They marketed this as the next Gone Girl, and it was bad. Not good. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's not great. It's not great.
And then we got The Accountant with Ben Affleck that came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you want to talk about a diamond in the rough?
Yes.
This was a year with some movies that just out under the radar, and they either were like a fun movie to watch, like The Accountant, or they just like are really good movies, like 10 Cloverfield Lane, Hell or High Water. Like this was like 100% a year where it's just like, whoa, this movie and it ended up in being incredibly good.
Yeah, I The Accountant too. I think it's actually
see it.
better than the first one.
Really?
The more I thought about it, Mac, the more I'm like, yeah, because I love the Ben Affleck, John Bernthal dynamic so much.
Me too.
Like I could do like 5 more movies of like a buddy road trip of just those two, just solving different cases in a different state, or maybe even going overseas. I love those two together, and I feel like Ben Affleck has found kind of like his niche little franchise. Like it's not going to make a ton of money, but it's going to make that movie extended theaters longer than I thought it was going to, because people kept going back, or people just kept discovering it and going back and seeing it in theaters. As like good counter programming, like a Thunderbolts or something like that, kept coming out around theaters.
That was May, right?
Late April, like the last weekend of April.
Yeah, that's a good time to have a movie like that out.
Yeah, because the week before or the week after is a Marvel movie usually. So
yeah. Also, shout out to a movie that I don't know if y'all seen this one. The story is based on a real story, not fucking shocking. It's called Christine, Rebecca Hall.
I did for the first time a few years ago because we did an episode podcast. Myself, Ben, I believe Zach was on, or maybe it was Shane, but that was one of the movies that we were going to watch for the episode, and that movie shook me to my core. Oh my lord, that movie's intense.
And especially like when you realize, oh shit, this is actually a real story.
Yeah. Rebecca Hall, another one of those just underappreciated actresses. I mean, Mac, The Town.
Yep.
I love Rebecca Hall. I think my favorite performance of hers is still The Night House. She did 2021.
I got that on TV. We got to cover that on the podcast.
I was just thinking about that, Rod. Yep.
Such a great movie.
So we got also shout out to Max Steel, 0% of Rotten Tomatoes. Gross.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
We got Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Disappointing sequel.
Yep, never going back to it.
Yep.
At least we got the Alan Richardson TV. This actually helped get the TV series on.
It did. It did.
Okay with that.
Ironically.
Then we got Ouija, Origin of Evil.
Better than the original Ouija movie, so I'll give it that.
Really?
I don't care for either of these films, but I thought Ouija Origin of Evil was actually a pretty significant step up. I enjoyed it. I don't care for either of them though.
Rod.
Don't.
We got Medea Halloween.
Oh, we were doing so good.
I will say, just real quick with this one, I remember the trailers were very misleading because I thought they had this the still of Medea holding a shotgun, and you're like, oh shit, she actually about to like fuck around and find out. But then like the only thing I remember from the trailer was when she was running away from the Dress of the Zombies when the zombies did a fucking front flip.
Look, the only part I like about the movie is when that clown shows up. And there's that moment where he's just like, look at, he's like, no. And he's just then trying not to like look at it, and then he's like, oh, okay. And he looks forward, and the thing's right in front of him.
Yeah,
like that was a funny scene, but other than that, no.
I prefer this one to the second one. I think the second one's worse. They're both not good, but this one is all right.
They're both terrible, man. Let's just call it what it is. They're both awful.
I can't. And let's move on to November. What's up?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's move on to November. We got one more month. Doctor Strange. We talked about questionable casting. Yes. How about we have fucking Tilda Swinton as someone who's supposed to be Asian?
Listen, I know there was a big controversy around that about the H1, but I'm not afraid to admit it. Like Tilda Swinton was great in the movie.
Oh, she was.
She did it.
She did. She knocked out the park.
Yes.
She really did.
Yeah.
And when that scene before she dies, when she's giving that one final lesson to Steven, I don't know about you guys. I got choked up. Like with legitimately like just goosebumps, chills, because it has still rung true to this day about that it's not about you. I love that line. It has stayed with Stephen Strange ever since. Just character wise. Benedict Wong as Wong was great. And my one thing, Mac, I will say about this movie is like it's basically Iron Man with magic.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But I still prefer the first Iron Man, and I actually prefer Multiverse of Madness over this Doctor Strange movie. This was still a great origin movie for the character, and I don't think it gets enough love like it should. And maybe because we are so deep into the MCU now, but this is one of the I won't say pillars of the MCU, but an important step for the MCU before we get to Infinity War, because like Doctor Strange becomes real a important figure in those two Avengers movies. And especially Infinity War, like his stuff in Infinity War is great. And I think Mac, you said it, perfect casting. Cumberbatch kills it in this movie. Absolutely, he was.
So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a thing here. So, Doctor Strange is my favorite character in Marvel
Mhm.
before the movie came out. So I was like super excited for it. And I'll be honest with you, like the more I watch it, the more I love it. Yeah, the villain isn't, like okay. I think it's little. I think when you talk about villain, I think when you talk about how things end or whatever, it goes a little bit beyond like the normal formula, and that's what I love about it. But on a technical standpoint, this movie does things visually that no other MCU movie has ever done and still hasn't done. And it just goes places, it goes far, it goes deep. Scott Derrickson does an incredible job. Like creates one hell of a spectacle of a movie. Uh, you know what they do with the character is all solid and everything, but as a whole spectacle experience, what you could do for Doctor Strange, how you really do that for a such a crazy, unique character, a really weird out of body experience thing. It does it in a great way. To a point where it does its thing. It doesn't try to do too much like multiverse of madness. I have fun with it with multiverse of madness, but with this one, it really just has fun. It just goes into it, and dude, it is the most underrated MCU movie, and I'm glad you said that, Rod. In your own way, like I think it's the most underrated MCU movie because there's so many things it does that no other movie has done, even Civil War, even Infinity War, even Endgame. And I'm bummed that Scott Derrickson didn't get to do the sequel because I think there was a lot of ideas, a lot of things they had teed up uh, that worked really well in the first one. I would have loved to see him do it again.
Mhm.
And when you really let a guy, do his thing, man, you see it. And I'll say this too: that is a movie. When you look at the budget and you watch the movie, you're like, oh yeah, it earned it. So yeah,
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
You know what I did too,
dude.
John?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick because I took friends with me who were not necessarily MCU fans,
Mm.
just like casuals, but it got them excited for like, man, I gotta see what's next. When we're gonna see him again? I what's the next movie? Is it gonna be the Avengers?
Yeah.
This movie does not get the credit it deserves. I feel like.
No, not
It
at
got
all.
me.
And how it solves like the problem and everything. It shows a more than anything like who Doctor Strange is as a character.
Yes.
He's not a warrior. He's not a soldier. Like in a way, he's not a hero. He is something greater than that. And how he solves things is how he like keeps things from happening. It's not about saving the day. It's about you know I don't really know how to describe it. To
Well,
be
the Asian
honest,
one said it in Endgame. Strange is supposed to be the best of us.
Yes.
yes. To
So
where it's incredible.
yeah.
And to be honest, like to kind of like think about it, I feel like how it handles such a multiversal, like you know, like overwhelming threat
hmm
from like how to stop something like that. I feel like this movie handles it better than what one might say about the new Fantastic Four movie. Not throwing shade or anything. I'm just saying there is a hardship to it, and there's something that's earned from it that I just feel like is really smart and well done by this movie. I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing. I'm just like,
Well, I think that's a conversation worth having for a different day.
Yeah.
I do prefer Fantastic Four over this.
I think this is a good intro into the multiverse before it got before we
Yes.
got level. Like it
One
gave us
yeah,
it gave us the hint because Strange is born from multiverse. Because I'm assuming he's coming back for the Avengers movie, and it's gonna probably have a big term with that with the incursions and shit. But this was kind of like a good start. This is a good start of like, yeah, shit's gonna get weird. Like this is like, yeah, we're gonna really go there with this. Doctor Strange is good. Really,
and it also it sets up. I was gonna say it sets up for Ragnarok really well.
Oh yeah. Wish we got more of a Chitel Edgeforce character because he.
Yeah.
Marvel has done a great job of just wasting talented actors.
Well, maybe that's the thing with Scott Dickerson left. That was probably going to be the original plot. And then they brushed past it in the sequel, like, yeah, well, he's my villain in my universe, and that's really it.
I mean, they did a great Chiwetel Ejiofor and Mads Mikkelsen. I didn't think they could do in the same movie, and they did. They're like,
yep.
Well, not once, but twice. We will waste an actor just to watch. Hold my beer. Shit.
But moving on into November, shout out to Trolls, but we ain't talking about that. Hacksaw Ridge, the Mel Gibson comeback movie directing with Andrew Garfield.
That's exactly what you said, Mac. It's a comeback because I can't say Mel Gibson as a person, but he directed the hell out of this movie.
Yeah,
goddamn. I'll give him his credit's due. It's a great movie.
Very violent, this movie.
Yeah.
But so good.
Andrew Garfield, man. I mean, I think this is like the moment where people are like, oh man, he's more than just Spider-Man. He's one hell of an actor.
Yep.
And Mel Gibson will go on to do Flight Risk.
God, don't get me started on that. Bro, that was... I don't know. Look, I didn't do this on purpose, but just a little funny thing here is Flight Risk was the first movie because I was invited by a friend. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I'm like, yeah, I'll hang out with you. I'll see a movie with you. It's been too long. And they're like, yeah, we're seeing a movie. I'm like, okay. And we're watching it in like those 40X seats or whatever. I'm like, oh, awesome. What are we seeing? Flight Risk. I'm like,
fuck.
And I'm like there, and the seat's like moving around like an amusement park ride, and it's kind of getting me into it. I'm like, no, this is shit.
Yeah, I need a pilot.
God.
With that bald hairline, that bald head.
Bro, that was Mark Wahlberg's idea. That was stupid.
Shit. Also, I'll give a shout out to Loving with Joel Edgerton and Ruth. That was actually a very underrated movie. Any other year probably would have been nominated for more, but it was already going against. Speaking of a movie that someone got robbed of an award with, Arrival.
Oh,
got robbed of an Oscar. I will not hear any otherwise. It's because of that damn La La Land. Yeah, Kristen, you heard me. I don't like La La Land. I went over this. I don't like La La Land.
Oh, whoa.
All right, Rod. I think this is time to leave.
Honestly, I
time to leave the chat.
Whoa, man! I did not know that about you, Mac.
I didn't like La La Land.
Wow. I need a minute to recover from this. This is breaking news to me.
But Arrival is pretty good. I like
it.
Don't
you change the subject. Don't you change
it. You can't now. You can't. There's no going back.
Save your La La Land stuff to the end.
No, you can't go into reverse, bro. We're already in traffic. You cannot. You already got him. You already got yourself into this pit, bro.
All right, but with the right, I mean, because we're gonna talk about La La Land in a little bit anyway. But
all right.
Mac is 1,000% correct. Amy Adams, who I think is one of the 5 greatest actresses on this fucking planet. Excuse my language, Mac, but she is one of the goats, in my opinion. The woman doesn't miss, even in crap movies, which she's been in the past few years. She will always deliver nothing short of a magnificent performance. And she's in 2 movies this year we're talking about that are Oscar worthy. That she gets robbed. Because remember, Nocturnal Animals also came out in 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, it did.
Did we miss that? Did we miss Nocturnal? It was up December.
Yeah, we're in November.
So that must have been December then, because I could have that was a 2016 release.
I'm
But
looking it up.
I don't understand how do you not nominate her for an Oscar for this, guys? How do you not even nominate her?
I don't know.
If she didn't win, okay, screw it. Because I get Emma Stone was magnificent. Do not get me wrong. It is a beautiful performance, one of the best of her career. Maybe the best of her career. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. Poor things exist now. But
No, it was what's crazy is this was Nocturnal Animals was released in the same month, November 23rd.
Is it on the wiki? It's not on the wiki. That's why I was asking Tyler, because it wasn't there.
Yep, it's this is a perfect time to bring it up. Yep.
Am I blind?
I mean, you're not wearing your glasses like normal, but you know.
Well, it's also 10:30 at night, so that's probably why too. But no, it's not on. It's on the Wikipedia. I'm looking at the list of American films 2016, and it's not listed here.
That's wild.
Unless, Tyler, it was one of those festival releases.
It could have been. Let me look it up. But yeah, Arrival.
Yeah, Arrival's. Listen, I think there's a 2-horse race for who is the best director working today. Nolan and Denis Villeneuve. Pick your poison. There's an argument to be made for both.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think the edge for me goes to Denis Villeneuve right now.
Yeah,
he's had Dune, Blade Runner, Sicario, Prisoners,
Incendies,
and Incendie, actually, Tyler.
Incendie, okay.
Yeah. Okay, see, Tyler, it premiered at December.
Yeah, it was November, but the festival was September. Yep.
But I love Arrival, because you know what? The trailers, that was for the general public.
Yep.
Because the trailers, the trailers, it is because it is
They don't do that. They don't do trailers like that anymore, man.
No.
Well, the trailers make you think, Tyler, it's gonna be this alien invasion action movie when it's not.
No, but at the same time, like, I love the anonymity of it, and it really just like sucks you in of like, what is this? What's going on? Like, it pulls you in, and I love that from that movie. I need to rewatch it because it's one hell of a journey, man.
And that twist, heartbreaking. And I love Jeremy Renner in this too, by the way. Jeremy Renner's great in this movie, by the way. He's really good.
Forrest Whitaker, right?
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's great.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the Amy Adams show. It's the Amy Adams show.
Yeah. Then we got later in November. We got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the other movies that came out that weekend, Mac. There's a couple of indie films.
Billy Lynn's Last Fanta. You know what? Almost Christmas. That's kind of a guilty pleasure for me.
Was that weekend too?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that weekend was stacked. Yeah, Almost Christmas was great. I love that movie.
Like the scene where it's like, "Can I meet your grandma?" Is the Danny Glover's like, "I'm too old for this shit."
Tyler, if you want to see a black person Christmas dinner, just go to shit. Watch this movie. It's just watch this movie.
Okay.
Good cast.
JB Smoove cracked me the hell up in this movie. Oh my lord.
Did. Then Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. You know, I don't really like those movies.
No.
And we talked about this this past week, Rod. Edge of 17.
One of the best coming.
Yes.
And I've Haley Steinfeld's defining performance of her career.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like right at I really want to know what was in the void between True Grit and this movie.
Ender's Game. That was in the void.
Well, because she was definitely focused more on her music career as well during that time.
That's true. Yeah. But no, that's a really good movie.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, one of my favorites with Woody Harrelson as a teacher. It was really good.
Then we get an underrated sports movie, a Bleed for This with Miles Teller with Aaron Eckhart.
Decent movie.
I haven't seen it.
Decent little film. Yeah.
It wants to be. It's his own version of Rocky. It's
basically.
Then we got
okay. Yeah.
that same weekend. I call it Manchester by the fucking Sea.
One of the most depressing films I've ever seen. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I've because of that I've been avoiding it.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up.
Tyler, seriously, it will fuck you up. Mac is 1000% correct. This movie, I don't love it like a lot of people do, but Casey Affleck destroyed me in this movie.
He pulled in like probably his best performance of his career.
Yeah, he won Best Actor, right? He had to.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I wasn't rooting for him to win that year. I was rooting for somebody else, Best Actor wise. I forgot who it was. But yeah, he was great.
Then the next weekend we got Moana.
I don't care when it says I love Moana. I do.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I like
it.
It's
Good.
Then we got Allied with Robert Zemeckis, and this is the movie that people were convinced that led to Angelina Jolie's divorce because there was rumors that were fucking. I don't know. It was a boring.
Doomed from the start. It was doomed from the start.
Talk about Oscar bait.
Yeah. Oh my god. Another doomed from the start movie was Bad Santa 2.
It was one of those. Why is this even happening?
I mean, without Bernie Mac, it just didn't work for me.
Yeah, I did go see this, and I was like, why am I wasting an hour and a half of my life watching this right now?
Did you walk out?
No, I try not to walk out of movies, Tyler, because I really just want to get my money's worth. So, the popcorn was good. I'm pretty sure. That's about
the only
it.
movie I walked out on was Transformers The Last Night.
I wanted to walk out of Transformers last night, but I was saying to myself, this is better than Age of Extinction. So, yeah.
There is we could talk of this after the stream, but or at a different time. But there was a movie this year I almost walked out of that was hyped up.
Which one, Ty? Just curious.
Eddington.
So I didn't walk out of Eddington. I actually, I did. Yeah, that's a conversation for another day. Because I did enjoy Eddington for about the first.
I have
hour or so.
Yeah, it's I have a certain point of view of it. That's it. Yeah. But we could talk about it another time, though.
They make a character decision that was stupid, and that's what really fell off the rails for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't seen it, Mac? Yeah, you'll. I think Tyler knows what I'm talking about, but there's a character decision.
It just didn't look interesting to me.
Well, not to go off on an editing tangent, but it's a COVID movie, and no one wants to go see a COVID movie again.
No.
So
no, and that's not why I had an issue with it at all.
No, I have other issues with that movie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but another time.
Yeah, another time.
But we're wrapping up with December, and it's La La Land.
All right. Before we tear them to pieces.
I thought it was just. So I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. Like I do find some. I feel like it's overhyped. Like I watched it, it just didn't do anything for me. And I like Ryan Gosling. I thought their performances were good. I just thought that the story just didn't do anything for me. I thought it was just like a big circle jerk for Hollywood.
Look, you're not wrong.
Rod looks perplexed and flabbergasted.
You're not wrong because it is rose-tinted glasses point of view of Hollywood. Come on, Rod, you know that. Let's.
Oh, you have to admit that, Rod. That's the reason why I nominated so much.
Look, let's not disparage here that it is because it is. It's rose-tinted glasses of Hollywood, of cinema, especially back in the 40s and the 50s, vice versa. It is but at the same time, it's a love letter. But that does not mean that it doesn't have incredible music by Hurwitz. It doesn't mean that it has it's a really good romance. It doesn't mean that it has some of the best cinematography I've ever seen in a movie in recent memory. It doesn't mean that the lighting isn't beautiful. It doesn't mean that the performances aren't great. It doesn't mean that the choreography isn't great. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't come together to a realistic conclusion at the very end of it that is really well paid off. Because multiple things are true. Like, I don't disagree with the problems that people had with the movie, because a lot of times it's because of that, or it was overhyped or whatever. But as for me, and I think Rob would agree, for what it is, it's a masterpiece. It's fucking beautiful. And it gets me every time. And I don't. Maybe that makes me a hopeless romantic, which is true. But it, for what it is in that way, it's a very well, incredibly put together piece of that. And but that doesn't mean that it has to be everybody's or the definitive best movie of the year. It doesn't. But in my mind, it is. As of now, Damien Chazelle's best movie, because it's such a beautiful musical. But I get it if it's overhyped, because it got a lot of publicity. So
For good reason.
Well, I don't know. I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah. But I respect your take. That's all I'm saying. I respect.
No, I do, because Mac, I went to this movie the same way. I thought it was overhyped. I wasn't in the mood to see a musical. I actually went on a double date when we went to go see this, and both me and the other guy, who was one of my friends in college, we were both just like, "Why are we driving all this way to go see this goddamn movie?" And the entire time back to campus, just jamming out to the songs and everything. This movie caught me by surprise. I was an emotional wreck. The Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling pairing, because remember, they've been in 3 movies now together.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of them's great, Crazy Stupid Love. The other one, we don't talk about. Gangster Squad. Yeah.
No.
What do you mean? That movie's a masterpiece.
Here comes Santa Claus. Anyway, it's
right.
so stupid. But from the music to the production, the songs are so catchy. And I think, to me, what really got to me, I think you kind of mentioned it, Tyler, like, this is the most realistic portrayal of just a romance in a movie I had seen up to that point. I've seen it, because I love rom-coms. Y'all know this. I love my romance movies. I love my rom-coms.
Yeah.
A lot of those are just like a little too over-exaggerated, a little too over the top, a little too Hollywood.
Sure. Yeah.
Way
ironically, people could say that about this movie.
Yes, but it ends in the most realistic way possible.
In the most artful way possible, I could say, for what it is.
For this movie, absolutely 1000%.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's corny and cheesy, Mac, but it's like, go follow your dream, man. It's like, I love that messaging when done right. I mean, it's a Disney message, but it's like, it works here. And
I think and funny enough, it's one of the most divisive movies out there. And it just comes to, like, it's not for everybody.
It's not.
No,
it's not for everybody. But Mac is the first one I've talked to that's like, oh, that's a little overrated for me. I was like, that caught me by surprise, Mac.
Oh, he's not. It's not the first one for me. I met a lot of people who feel that way.
Gotcha. I'm gonna give it. If you see the replay of this, Rod gave me the look of he wanted to just. I'm gonna give you a visual representation of Rod wanted to do to me in this scene. So here we go. From that, I think Rod wanted to
not being Rams.
In that sense of, like, as soon as I said that, he just wanted to give me a nice 1-2 piece. Like, I don't know. I think with La La Land, it's just like, I don't think it's divisive like as Emilia Perez. But
no. Oh no, okay.
Not
even close.
Okay, okay.
Not even close. But
The one thing I will say about Amelia Perez, at least Zoe Saldana finally got the recognition she fucking deserves because she is a wonderful actress. It's just a damn shame she won for that movie because I hate that movie so much.
Well, listen, Avatar was anything.
Yeah, that's
But with La La Land, I don't think it's Damien's best film. I think Whiplash is still better.
That's fair.
But
that's
I
fair.
will
That's fair.
What its forms of its telling. So I respect that. And then he went on to do Babylon.
Yeah, which is a very different take on a similar thing.
Mm-hmm. And now he's kind of in director jail right now because Babylon didn't do well financially.
Nope, he is in jail.
Which is a damn shame because I really love First Man. I think the movie's underrated.
This one's actually really good.
Yeah,
I like that.
And I love Babylon. I do.
Also,
it's long. It doesn't need to be 3 hours long. But
but same day as La La Land, we had Office Christmas Party.
I have a guilty pleasure spot for that movie. I do.
Same. Actually, same.
I do. I had a good time with it.
So dumb, but it's funny.
And I like seeing Jennifer Aniston play like the mean kind of villain character, like she kind of is in Horrible Bosses. I kind of I like seeing Jennifer Aniston being like an evil B word or whatever. I don't know. I had fun with it. I did.
Are we simping over here? Are we...
1000%, Tyler. No,
say, Tyler. If it ain't snowing, I ain't going.
Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow.
Oh my god!
The next
he's over here being like, "Hey, if Jennifer Aniston isn't, stepping on my neck with the stiletto, I'm not having it."
The Millers.
Tyler, you're a little hot in here, man.
All right, let's move on.
Then shout out to a very forgettable Will Smith movie, Collateral Beauty.
Oscar bait. That did not turn out that way. Because this movie, the trailers make you think one thing. It's a completely different movie. It's actually kind of hurtful. It's actually really evil when you think about it. It's really evil.
Tell the truth.
Well, they hire actors to make the man look crazy after he lost his daughter. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is terrible.
Oh, gosh. And then we got the same day, Fences.
One of Denzel's best.
I know people were like,
hold on. One of Viola's best.
No, this is Viola's best. This is her best performance of her career.
That scene where she was saying, "What about my dreams?" I was like, "Fuck me!" Like I forgot. Like even before this, I knew she was a phenomenal actress. Like this picked it up because I liked her in Suicide Squad as Amanda Waller. Great casting, by the way. But this really showed like shit. I forgot. Like she really has great like act because this is essentially just a play in movie form.
Oh, absolutely,
dude. That was one of the most awkward experiences watching a movie, man. Because I'm watching this movie and I at the time when I was watching the movie with my parents and my dad was no longer with us. Point is, I had a kind of tumultuous relationship with him, and when I was watching the movie, I like Denzel's character, like 100, and like his relationship with the son, I like 100% like was kind of relating with it, and like was seeing that, and I was just kind of weird because like I would like watch it, I'm like, damn, it's like right there, but that's what art does. It touches into like our own experiences too. So it's one hell of a movie for sure.
It's a performance showcase. I do think
100%.
The more I think, the more I've watched it, I'm like the third actor loses a bit of steam. I think it could have been a little tighter film wise, but I think it ends on a good note and just everything with Denzel Denzel in the Sons, Corey, just some hard scenes to watch, and it's like Denzel plays a really despicable character. I mean, however, some of the lessons he teaches brings up some good points.
I do like he's a baseball player. He never made it to the major leagues because of the color barrier. And he kind of uses analogies like that strike one, the strike two, and then that whole scene where he's talking to God. He's like, strike three, like, how about you take me? And it's like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah, he's holding that baseball bat. He's like, I'm ready.
Yeah. This was the shitless Denzel. Like, I'm gonna just show you how I can act for 2 hours. You fucking watch it. It was good, really good. I love Fences. Then we got Rod's favorite Star Wars movie, Rogue One, and that's also my favorite of the Disney Star Wars movie. I will because I like Rogue One because this is a war movie. This is legit the only war movie we got in Star Wars, and I don't care. That ending scene with Darth Vader is a perfect horror movie.
Oh my god.
There is so much. I mean, we could spend literally 2 hours talking about how great Rogue One is.
Yeah, we could. We really could.
There is so much to love.
You know, there's one thing I think I rewatched this 2 weeks ago, and there's one thing I don't think gets enough credit for this movie. I'm not saying none of these guys aren't worth being in a movie. I'm not saying none of these guys aren't great or anything like that. When this movie came out, there were no marquee players other than Forrest Whitaker attached to this. Like all these people, like Donnie Yen, wasn't Donnie Yen yet here. Yeah, Matt's, but he was barely in the movie. Forrest Whitaker, barely in the movie. Ben Mendelsohn, this is when he was really getting there. Felicity Jones, she's like been known and like indie stuff or whatever.
She wasn't on the come up. She wasn't really there yet. She was on the come up though.
Literally, and that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of these guys who are great actors were like making their stamp here, and I'm like, man, we're talking about the same year where Ellen DeGeneres is the movie, and where Jungle Book has every popular actor under the sun. Same thing with Civil War. Like, there's a bunch of these umbrella Disney movies that have a lot of marquee actors. This one didn't. It absolutely did not. And it shows you, especially nowadays, you can have actors like this in a credible showpiece, spectacle, blockbuster like this. And also for a director like Gareth Edwards to even be given a chance like that.
I love Gareth Edwards so much.
Gareth
Edwards, I hope he gets another swing because he's good. I like what he does. I hope he didn't peak just from this movie, but
I really don't think we've seen peak Gareth yet. I really don't think we have.
I hope not. I hope not.
I love the listen, and I know most people don't like it. I did love his Jurassic World movie. I won't say love, but I really enjoyed it.
I haven't seen it.
It was better than the Trevor movies we've gotten.
I still like that first Jurassic World in 2015. I do. I thought that was a lot of fun, but it's better than the other two Jurassic World movies we got.
Yeah,
because he strips it down and goes back to basics, which I think was the best thing for it.
That's good. But
I was gonna say that like the first two acts, it reminds me a lot of Godzilla. It's that slow tension, that slow build up.
Really is.
It's more intense. The drama kicks up. You feel the stakes rising a little bit more as the film goes on, and then that third act hits, and it's just all hell breaks loose, guns are blazing, and it just doesn't let up. And
what
Disney
it does,
did the thing that I never thought they would do. They did what Mac's doing. They killed them all.
Yeah, it's like this movie is a prequel of how they got the Death Star plans, and it was hinted at in the New Hope. They said like many Boffins died getting these plans, and we see like
that was in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, Return of the Jedi, yeah,
yeah. They didn't really said that and say anything like that for A New Hope.
Whoops,
we just know that Darth Vader was on their ass when they got those plans.
But it was kind of nice to see like this was a one-way mission. Like from the jump of how they're building up, you're like, they aren't getting out of this. at all.
No.
And like
No.
it's kind of something where it's like, hey, we want to at least die for something to try. And that scene where the Death Star, because there's two scenes where the Death Star gets fired, and that was the one where Forrest Whitaker's character was on the planet, and there was this one on
Jeddah.
Yeah, this one was, it was like shit. All right, I guess we're killing, because I think I was so sad when K2 died, Alan Tudyk's robot. I was like,
Oh
damn.
man, underrated actor, bro. I love Alan Tudyk.
His death. Well, they all hit me. And Cassian's death hits even more now after watching
Andor. With them leaving at the end of the second season, you're like, no, don't fucking go.
Because you know what's about to happen to him.
Yep. Now, with Rogue One, I guess the one thing that was kind of controversial was the de-aging, and this kind of stirred a big conversation.
The deep fake stuff.
It didn't bother me. It really
so
didn't.
They had who played Grand Moff Tarkin in the original?
Shit, I don't know. I know his name.
Peter Cushing.
Yes.
So they de-aged. They had him stand in, and this was unfortunately like, I think the week it came out, Carrie Fisher died like a week later.
Yep, she died a week after. Yeah,
it was just weird. Like they had the ending, de-aged Princess Leia, and then I was like, and then this was like the movie that kind of started the whole de-age, bringing back dead actors thing. And that was kind of one of the things. Like, how do y'all feel about that
overall?
Yeah,
I mean, it didn't bother me because we saw some pretty good de-aging with Tony Stark in Civil War, the beginning of that movie.
Oh shit, that's right.
I thought it was decent. I'm not gonna say it was all so great. It was wow, but I thought it was pretty good.
No,
I'm just gonna say for myself. I'm just speaking for myself here. The de-aging, it wasn't bad where it distracted me. Because it wasn't on screen enough.
I feel like the best example of it has been in Luke Skywalker's in the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Yeah, that did.
That's how you do it, and I think it's kind of dangerous to do that because everybody is willing to save a buck.
Yes.
And classic. And it's dangerous doing that, and it's cheap doing that, and there's a lot of excuses to do it just because it's convenient, and not to even do it well. And it's not too dissimilar from AI stuff or anything like that. It's just dangerous. I feel like I'm not saying like you can't use the tool. It's just responsibility. And we've definitely shown as a society that we can handle that sort of thing. But yeah. Anyway, but that's I don't want to derail this too much.
No, you're good. You're good. It's an interesting conversation because the Flash thing, I thought when they did the George Reeves one, I was like, like that. But that's actually a good conversation for another day. But moving on, the same day too, a movie I love, The Founder, with Michael Keaton.
Dude.
McDonald. Great movie. And I remember I actually read the story, like the biography. Ray Kroc is an asshole.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
He's a piece of shit.
But the other guys are idiots.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
So, there was no baby faces in this movie.
No. They are idiots, but like that. Man, you want to talk about a movie that there are like two movies out there that if people were like, if they're like, oh, if somebody were to be like, hey, Tyler, tell me why capitalism is a bad thing, I will give them two movies, and that is The Founder and The Big Short.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just as an illustration of like how messed up that stuff is.
But can we say? Go ahead, Tyler.
No. You go ahead.
Can we agree that when he got a burger, fry, and a drink, that shit cost fucking 15 cents?
Brother, don't get me started.
How much of time has changed?
Let me go on DoorDash right now. I'm going to tell you guys how much it is to get a burger, and some fries.
No. Just from McDonald's, bro. Just do
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
That's what I'm going. I'm going to McDonald's right now.
All right, cool.
Just a burger, fry, and a drink. That was 15 cents back in the day. What
Bro.
the fuck?
Take me back there, dude.
I know. We fucking live like kings. Well, I don't know if me and Rod could live like kings.
I know. It's the same. I was thinking the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said that. I was like, oh no. That was it. I was like, wait. Oh.
Okay, so let's just get a hamburger, a large French fry.
Okay.
Already at $7.88.
Oh my god. That's just DoorDash too. Imagine in person. That's just probably not the same price.
No, this is without the delivery fee or anything like that.
Let's pick up.
Oh, bro.
No, this is just ordering the food, man. That's how much it costs just for the food.
Oh my gosh. We're already off the
and let's get a large Coke.
Holy inflation, Batman.
I know.
All that. Oh shit, it took away my large hamburger.
They said no hamburger. You better put cheese on that
Bro,
shit.
I like how we're talking about this and we're like, oh man, we're like this is so fucked up. Meanwhile, if we were talking about Ray Kroc from the movie, he would be like, I could have made this much money.
Exactly.
Okay,
so without
this is important science, people. We have to see how much this costs.
So without the delivery fee and tax and all that, it's $10.87.
That's a damn shame. For a fucking hamburger without cheese. Ain't that some shit?
Hold on. Let me do some more math here, okay?
This is important, people. We gotta figure this out. I have time machine capabilities.
$10 and how many cents?
87.
Ron, I gotta wait for us to camouflage, so we'll be good. They won't suspect us. We can get a burger.
I don't even know what to say to you right now, Mac.
Actually, there is another movie. Wait. Is there nope, never mind.
That is 72 times more than the original price.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
72 times.
Oh.
And it wasn't that long ago when they had the was it the value meals at McDonald's and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was actually $1.
Bro,
Yeah.
let's just the crazy thing is there's a greater jump between now and the 80s than there was from the 80s and the 60s.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Next movie, I'm gonna say this. Fuck this movie. Assassin's Creed. I fucking hate this movie. Bullshit.
Enough said.
Yes.
Enough said.
It's ruined. I fucking hate it. We're never gonna get Assassin's Creed. Wrong casting, wrong director, shit story. Fuck off. Next movie that we have, which is problematic nowadays for people, is Passengers with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes, the movie that broke up Chris Pratt's first marriage. Yep.
Damn. Oh, is that for real?
Oh yeah, him and Jennifer Lawrence are definitely doing some funny business on the side.
Yeah, they were.
1000%.
They were. Hey, now he's in the Schwarzenegger family. Yay!
He ain't gonna be doing any more funny business now.
No. The movie was okay. I didn't really like it. I didn't really care for it.
You know what, Mac? This is one of those. If Blockbuster was still around, I would have picked up a Blockbuster and had a good time watching it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Sing.
That first Sing movie wasn't bad.
I like
bad.
Yeah.
Then we got Patriots Day.
To me, this might be Peter Berg's best.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Like back onto what I said earlier about what he did for that movie. Did the same for this, man, because a real event, real thing that happened. Terrible thing.
From being from Massachusetts, living here,
yeah.
I can guarantee you, people who've seen this here, it's like almost accurate to what happened. Because I remember that whole event. I remember watching it when they found the guy in the boat, and they actually recreated that very well. It kind of felt, I was like, oh shit, I felt like I was watching the news over again. Like they took the time to read.
I kind of want to watch it right now. It's been a while.
Yeah. I love that you said that, man, because that's how I felt about Deepwater Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I live in that part of the world, you live in that part of the world. Like there's a lot of respect to a director who could do something like that in a respectful manner. And I mean, hey, Pat, he's made a lot of shit since then and beforehand, but
Well,
you know,
he did 2 movies
but
after this, Tyler. I Spencer Confidential, which I haven't seen. Mile 22. Oh my god.
anyway,
But anywho,
I
Hey,
I
shout out
respect
though.
him. I respect him for these 2 movies. You know,
He did Lone Survivor, which one of the
yeah,
best war films. I love
that,
Lone Survivor.
that's a
That
good
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
then we got Martin Scorsese movie Silence. I don't think I ever watched this one.
Yeah,
I want to. Um,
it took me a while to see
for,
this.
yeah.
Is it good?
I didn't love it all that much, to be honest with you. And I love Martin Scorsese. He's in my top 5 directors of all time, but this wasn't working for me.
Then we got Why Him?
Take your thoughts about James Franco aside. I did have a good time with this movie. Bryan Cranston mainly, but
Oh, dude.
No, I think Cranston carried this.
He did.
Bryan Cranston, bro.
I love him.
I love that man.
Yeah.
I love that man. I love how he doesn't take himself seriously. I love how he's a freaking great actor. I love that he's funny as fuck.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Then we got Hidden Figures.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I did enjoy it. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I like history movies, and this was pretty good history.
Yeah, and I'm glad. Well, I mean, it's not surprising given certain things, but I'm glad that movie. Like, if we were to compare that and Finest Hours, talking about similar types of movies, both released by Disney. I'm happy that at least Pen and Figures got its love and its flowers. In the very least, so.
And then we end the year off with a fucking boring Ben Affleck movie, and that's Live by Night.
So much potential.
Mm-hmm.
Wasted.
I was so bored.
Wasted potential.
Affleck's a good director too. I don't know what the fuck happened. This was definitely an Oscar bait movie.
It was Oscar bait. It was that day. Every director had, most directors have. I don't know about the Denis Villeneuve, but every director has their bad day at the office. This was probably his. Because, like you said, Mac, he's for the most part, he usually knocks out the park directing wise.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did he do Gone Baby Gone? Was that him directing?
I think so. Let me look at his filmography.
Gone Baby Gone. I want to say it was.
You're right. I feel like it was Tyler. Right?
He did. Yes, he did.
Okay, because that was his directorial debut. I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, with his bro. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But
he did Air, and Air was great.
Oh, Air was awesome.
Air's great, and of course, Argo is a good movie.
I think that's his film.
Yeah.
I'm still The Town.
For me, it's a tie between The Town.
Yeah. The Town's his best.
I mean, you can't go wrong either way, Tyler. Argo or The Town. You really can't.
Ben Affleck is what George.
By the way, I know we were talking about The Town earlier, and we have been talking about Ben Affleck through the majority of this year. But we talked about Rebecca Hall. Did we even talk about Rebecca Hall in that movie?
She's great.
She's good.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
I don't think they used her to the effect that they didn't use. That role didn't require her to really be Rebecca Hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
To what we know her as. Now, I mean, it's better than her performance in Iron Man 3, which, Shane Black just wasted her character. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But I will say, like, something is John Hamm, I think that was one of those movies where John Hamm was in a movie and he didn't really get the flex.
He was just asked to be John Hamm.
He was asked to be like a boring agent. I don't feel like he gets to play a lot in some movies, and he's in movies that don't really require him to. So
I grew up watching Mad Men, and every time I see him in something, I make an effort to go see him because I think he's a very good actor.
I love John Hamm.
Yeah, I
Please,
agree.
Matt, please watch his show on Apple. It is so freaking good. Your friends and neighbors. It is. It's really good. And if you
Hey,
need
he's
someone
funny
with
as
you,
hell. He's
yeah,
funny as
he's.
hell. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh my
Yes, he
god,
is.
Tyler, thank you. He is so funny in that show. That episode where he just follows Larry around. Oh my god.
Dude, I love like where oh man, who is it? It's like Jeff Garland or somebody, and he's like, I feel like I'm having like lunch with Larry and Larry. Two
Yes,
Larrys.
too hilarious. Or when him and Cheryl go on that date to the coffee shop, and he's like, table's a little wobbly here. Same thing as what Larry would do. I love John Hamm.
Oh, you remember? One more thing. You remember when they're at the one house and there's the closet and it has like all the toilet paper or whatever in there? It's like, oh, what is this?
What episode was that, Tyler?
I don't know. We'll talk about it another time.
Okay, all right.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. So y'all, as we wrap it up, is 2016 one of the best years for cinema, or is it kind of in the middle of the road?
No,
Well,
still the best.
I want to add something here because
What's
there's
up?
some movies that weren't U.S. based that deserve flowers, and I would add it to this conversation as a really good year. And I
Okay.
add to I like because 2016 is one of those years where like my top 20 could get conflated, and like added to that is Shin Godzilla,
Oh yeah,
which is badass. And then
yes.
Your
I thought that was
name,
2014. Was that 2016?
That was 2016.
yeah.
Oh man.
American Godzilla
Yeah.
was 2014, and Shin came out.
And Your Name is one of the best anime films out there.
Love that.
Can't wait for the
movie.
live action remake.
And
Where's
then
Mark?
there's Sing Street,
Mm.
which is a really great movie. Man, you want to talk about a fun musical kind of movie. And then also, one of the best horror films in this decade, Train to Busan.
Oh, that's right. Yes, and we got the sequel, Train to Peninsula.
Not great, but anyway. Personally, I would argue like I think 2019 is a great year. I think 2015 is a great year. I think 2016 is in the conversation too.
It's in the conversation. I still think if we're talking about just the 2010s, Mac and Tyler, the 2019 still reigns supreme for myself. Probably 2019, maybe then 2016 or 2018, Mac. One of those two. And then 2014, obviously. 2014 was a great year as well.
That could be another week.
2012.
Yeah, I would love to do 2014. I want to do 2015 just so we can talk about Sicario for 45 minutes. But
Oh my god, yeah.
There's a lot of great movies that came out in 15.
I think, Mac, eventually we need to do this like a top 10 of the decade. We have to.
I agree.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that'd be good for like New Year's to kind of go over like the 2010s as a whole, and then even in some of the 2020s.
Absolutely. I would love to do that.
But boys, we didn't go to one, thank God. But this has been a good stream, I'd say. So where can the good folks find y'all?
You can find me on Instagram at TheBeckettOutlook. I know it doesn't seem like I have a lot of activity right now, but I'm working on some things to kind of revamp what my account is and what I'm going to do and all that stuff. But we'll be talking about movies and have conversations about that in some ways on my stories and vice versa. So at the Beckett, Beckett Outlook on Instagram.
And you can find myself on my personal film page at the Cinema Gallery. That's the Cinema Gallery with 3 L's. And then you can also hit me up or check us out. Myself, and my good buddy Benjamin Saunders on the Infinity Film Podcast. This week we have an episode talking about the best of 2025 and looking forward to what we're looking forward to in 2026 in terms of comic movies. And next week, Mac and Tyler, myself, Ben, and Zach, we are ranking our 10 favorite DC movies post The Dark Knight. So that should be fun. So look out for that in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, awesome. And you can find me at your local library. But shout out to PBS. But until next live stream, next video, y'all stay golden and y'all have a good Labor Day weekend. Good night.
How about them Cowboys?
Play the outro. Play the out. Oh my lord! Fuck! I hate shit. Wait a second.
Watch this.
Outro.